And I said, that sounds like a Good Friday to me.
I thought you were going to go with, hey, now you're an all-star. I thought that's where that was going.
Really?
But I really like the way you did it.
Yeah.
That sounds like a Good Friday to me. Great intro.
And that sounds, I should have looked down the camera.
Yes.
To do that.
Yeah.
And that sounds like a Good Friday to me. Jesse, Carlton versus North Melbourne, the fourth Good Friday game between these two teams, I believe.
Something of a clash of the Titans.
Something of a clash of the Titans. What are they calling it? The super something? It's got some mega match or super.
Is that? Super Clash. It's on the screen right now.
Good Friday.
Super Clash. God.
Which
that
feels.
That name just falls flat, doesn't it?
It really does when you're talking about the might of the North Melbourne Football Club and the Carlton Football Club. It is a good game though. North have turned this into. North have done some really good matches in this space. Like they were the kind of pioneers of the Friday night footy back in the 90s, and now they've kind of reinvigorated Good Friday footy, Easter footy.
Yes, if you can say that. But the record against Carlton for North Melbourne isn't great, is it, Dylan, in this particular fixture?
It is not. So they've been running it since 2003 between these two teams. Average of 54 points in Carlton's favour. North Melbourne have not won a game. Back in 2023 was the closest we got. 23 points was the margin that day. Then it went 56 and 82 last Good Friday.
Wow, was it really... Was it last Good Friday, Carlton? Because they lost the next fixture at the MCG.
They did. Wow. But they absolutely pummeled us. And I remember, I think we might have streamed the week before and we spoke about it. And I was quite confident actually going into that game against Carlton, and we got absolutely pumped.
Oh, that doesn't sound like you.
It doesn't, does it? I'm usually really reserved and calm.
That's true. Yes. That was an interesting game last year that we sort of saw. Well, Carlton had a bit of a habit, particularly I think last year, of beating up on the poor teams. They certainly did it to my mob as well, but came unstuck when you guys met at the MCG. Of course, today is at Marvel. What was it that allowed you to work Carlton over in that fixture? Do you remember?
In the one in the back half
yeah,
of the year.
The one that North Melbourne won. Like, what's their avenue to winning today?
Well, I think if you look back to that time, it was for us. It was all about games that we were winning and getting on top of teams and actually, smashing them, dominating them. Was around stoppage, which is Tristan Sherry driven. Getting it to our mids, we score heavily from clearance, and you saw in wins that we had last year. There was the Melbourne game where we just caught fire from stoppage in about the third quarter. They couldn't really shut us down, and we did that against Carlton from an earlier stage in the game. They actually came back at us late in that game, but it was kind of in vain.
The anti-Carlton play.
It was the anti-Carlton
play. They come from behind in the second half.
But it's almost a bit of in a way, like if you look at those two games, it's a bit of a microcosm of how these two teams, the trajectories are at the moment. It feels like Carlton are falling and we're rising like a phoenix.
Yes. Yeah, absolutely. I put a poll option, or 3 poll options I put. Obviously, on YouTube, you can do a poll. We'll do the same on Sideline FM. So anyone listening on Sideline, thank you so much for being here as well. But the options were North to go 3-1, Carlton go 1-3, or the most unsatisfying draw of all time.
Yeah,
that would be a real stinger outcome out of today, wouldn't it? If this was a draw, there'd just be no narratives to draw from it.
I mean, it would be great viewing because the game itself. I would like a close game today on some level, given that it's Good Friday, it's a big game, we're streaming it. You sort of don't want that anticlimax, lack of a blockbuster in this moment.
That's right.
Yeah, it would give us a close game. But as a North fan, also, I'm happy with 10-goal wins. I'll take that at this point, and particularly without Tristan Sherry at the moment. I mean, we probably have to start there in a way about Carlton's avenue into this game, because that is an area where we can dominate them, and that's gone now.
Yeah, absolutely.
He's probably our best player.
Yeah, and a big driver of what you guys do well as well. That was the part of this game that gave me the most consternation, if you will. It's when I did my footy tipping. I wanted to tip North based on the form line of both clubs so far this year. Carlton's second halves are unbelievable, in terms of what's happening there on a regular basis. I don't think I've ever seen anything like that in the game before. But if you take Tristan Sherry out of the mix, it does make it harder. And plus, I'm also half expecting a bit of a response from Carlton. I know that's dangerous to have expectation on Carlton, with all due respect. It is. I feel a bit silly saying that. Well, maybe this is the week they responded, because you could have probably looked at any of the other number of weeks over the last couple of years that they've slowly declined. But I do think the particular humiliation they copped last week will elicit some sort of response from them today. And you couple that with Justin Cherry being out, what are your confidence levels of a win out of 10?
I totally feel you. And I do have, there's a concern deep in my loins about this game.
Yeah, maybe consult a physician.
But Michael Voss has kind of consistently along his coaching trajectory been able to elicit that response, I feel. Every time they do get backed into a corner, generally he's been able to pull a rabbit out of the hat to ease a little bit of pressure, save his job. What seems to be happening though, the longer you get into his his mentorship as the coach, is that they're getting further and further apart, those responses. So like you said, I suppose the week to have responded was, was it the Richmond game where they could have just put their foot on their throats? Or was it the game? Who did they play after Richmond? It was...
I had to bye and then lost to North.
And then lost
to the Demons, sorry.
Lost to the Demons, obviously. So like that would have been the time. And they can... It feels like at the moment you sort of are getting that response in the first half of the game. Yeah. In the first quarter of the game. And then it's not enough. And they totally. And then that kind of element of doubt seeps in as well. And they can't fight out the game. I just don't know currently with like how I witnessed North Melbourne play against Essendon, and they had opportunities to kill Essendon and they couldn't really do it. And I still think Carlton are a better side right now and have, better players on the park right now than what Essendon do. So I'm worried about our ability to actually put our foot on Carlton's throat while they're vulnerable.
The way I would describe it is Carlton is a vastly better side than Essendon in first halves.
Yes.
But come Q3 and Q4, I'm not sure that's the case. So I think as cliche as it is to focus on those trends of the game, if North are still in this at halftime, they're a shoe-in to win based on what we've seen of Carlton this year.
That's correct. I suppose we've seen that happen against both Sydney. We've seen that against Melbourne. Are North Melbourne a strong enough club right now, given the recent history of our football club, to be able to mount that response when it comes or if it comes?
It's a big test. It's a big test. I mean, luck will somehow have a factor today, naturally. Sorry, I'm getting jittery with my words here. But what I mean to say is luck will play a bit of a factor in terms of how much scoreboard damage Carlton are able to do early in the game. If
you look at the way that North Melbourne have won games in the last, early this season and last season, it's that, I think back to the Melbourne game, which was a bit of an arm wrestle. We just exploded from stoppage. We won the game. You had the Port Adelaide game, which I kind of considered a complete performance where it was start to finish, but I don't think we've been able to show being behind by a large margin and having the belief to fight back once we're down.
True. Well, yeah, they may not have belief in themselves, but they might also have
belief in Carlton.
Belief in Carlton's demise. So I think that will absolutely play a factor. I just want to get into the chat. We got a bunch of people listening. We just had 8 on Sideline, and we got a message in that chat saying, "Welcome, fellas. Great to hear your voices. Thank you so much." For those unaware, we are also on Sideline FM, which is an audio platform, which is audio live streaming platform, which means that you can hear us instantaneously virtually. I think it's less than 1 second delay. So once the game actually starts, it'll be really good for that because you can hear our reactions much closer to the time that things actually happen. We do have a bunch of people on YouTube as well. So I just want to shout out Grimsby, who has dropped a super chat. I was right there. It says, Dylan is jester maxing.
The fuck does that mean?
I don't know what that means. You're getting some curveball insults, but they're kind of affectionate as well. I'm not too sure.
I've heard this term recently. I've seen it on the internet. I assume it's a Gen Z thing, and it's something with something with maxing. But I don't know what it means.
Well, contextually, I know that looks maxing, I think, is trying to maximize how good you look.
Oh, okay.
So jester maxing is maximizing how much of a jester you are.
I don't know. I guess.
I don't know. I guess so.
That would be on brand.
Yeah, that does sound like you. Explain all the makeup. Rift says, just wondering, after doing the talent series for a while, would you change CDT to match winner and Bowen as a potential A-grader? Not sure on specifics yet, but we were just discussing before we went live that we may do an episode reviewing some of the things that we're not comfortable with. Because when you do these 3 a week or 4 a week, naturally over time you look back and you're like, oh, that wasn't consistent. And we might make changes to answer your question. Not sure if we'd necessarily move CDT up right now.
We had a bit of a conversation. One of the things that I said in that was that I feel like when it becomes difficult, the feedback probably that I go, yeah, okay, you make a good point there, is where people say how are these two players worth the same as these two players.
Yeah.
For example, and you go, yeah, okay, like if you actually like line those up, I do think there's an element when you do it team by team and you don't look at the entire pool of players altogether. You can get a little, like a bias can slip in of like, that's the team you're doing and you start to rate that team as opposed to all teams.
Absolutely.
I hope that made sense.
Yeah. I got it because I'm the one doing it with you. But yeah, it is tricky and we want to make it accurate as well. So I think we will reserve the right to do a bit of a review once all 18 teams are done. That way we can look through all 18 teams to see if we've been consistent. And that's the main thing because there's probably a few things where we've graded two pretty equally rated players in different categories and it hasn't been entirely fair.
We have news. We have a guest calling into the show
right now.
At the end.
Beautiful. Can we say who?
At the end, we can.
Is it
Marnie.
Diesel Williams?
It's yeah. I've got to say that actually.
Let's do this first.
Okay. So Marnie is jumping on the stream.
Awesome.
I got a little carried away there. Marnie from Kanga TV will be calling her at the end of the game.
Awesome.
I hope it's good news.
That's true.
I really hope it's good news. It's like great. Like when you see the players get interviewed after a loss and it's really awkward for everyone, even the listener. So I hope it's not one of those moments.
No, that's true. We also have Lewis has just become a member by the looks of it. Thank you so much, Lewis. Thoughts on Alan's comments on his fitness? What was it? I actually didn't see his comments on his fitness.
Did he take a swipe at West Coast or something?
Possibly.
I didn't see that.
I actually don't know.
We'll get the producer to follow that one up.
That'd be interesting. I wouldn't be surprised.
I wanted to tell you a story that I ran into Greg Williams
Diesel.
at the VFL. So I'm just walking around. I couldn't go to the entire game because I had to get back and set up for this, but grabbed a coffee in North Melbourne. I'm at Arden Street. I'm walking home and Greg Williams basically like makes a beeline for me. And he's like, where did you get those coffees, mate? And I'm like, it's Greg Williams. And I was like, I was a bit gun shy. I was a little bit scared. And I started explaining to him. And I think he kind of just wanted like, did you get it within a 100-meter radius of this area?
Yeah.
And I started explaining to him like, I got it up in North Melbourne. There's a nice cafe. And he's kind of like, yeah, fuck off,
Stop
mate.
talking.
Stop talking. I'm bored.
I'm
bore
Diesel
me.
Williams.
yeah. He's like, you're boring me.
Oh, that's funny. So he will be on the show later as well?
He will. Yes, I managed to convince him to come on. Jokes. We're about to get underway here, Jesse. Sheasel, Coleman Jones, LDU and Finn O'Sullivan make their way to the centre of the oval. What a combination. Callum Coleman Jones worries me enormously here up against Pitnet. But I love our mids. I love the combination of LDU, Sheasel and Finn O'Sullivan. Do you reckon Finn O'Sullivan gets a defensive role this week? He's made shutdown roles on both Zach Butters and Zach Merritt.
Well, he's standing on Sam Walsh, so it could
Cousins.
be a play.
Cousins.
Oh, they are.
They're cousins.
That's a great call. I forgot about that. It's
yes.
a forgotten law.
On the...
I'm intrigued to see who wins this game.
Oh, Paddy Cripps.
So team news as well. Doveston has been rested.
Yes. I think perhaps that is a nice way to say that he has been dropped at the moment.
Yeah, okay. Fair.
Jesus Christ, Aiden Core. It was nearly a goal.
Rush behind to Carlton.
Yeah, I do think that he has looked... Oh,
that is a sideline sound effect. So join in the chorus.
And sing it, Caleb Daniel.
Out of all the songs in the AFL, that one took me the longest to learn.
Did it?
Yeah, because you don't hear it that often.
I like the... Fuck you.
You know, actually, I was at IGA during the week and the bloke who works there, really nice guy. I'm not sure if he's the manager or what, but he's a North fan. So we have a bit of a chit chat around footy. And he was talking about North and Essendon and he was sort of complaining about how North sort of could have won by more and sort of fumbled.
We were just maxing.
Yeah, exactly. It was just maxing. Or you guys were. And then I was dead serious when I said this, but he's like, there's something mentally that happens at North. I was like, well, they're not used to being in front. And I was being serious because I was thinking, young team, that's genuinely a development thing for them.
Yeah.
Like if you're not used to being in front mentally, that's hard. But I said, oh, they're not used to being in front. And him and like 5 people at IGA just lost it laughing and just thought I roasted North. And he's like, get out of here. And I walked out pretending it was a joke the whole time. But thank you to Sideline playing that catchy theme song.
It's a nice tune and hopefully we get to hear it at least once today. Carlton bring the ball in from a kick-in situation. Callum Coleman Jones missed that set shot. Oh, good spoil there from Caleb Daniel. Gets up Dylan Stevens. Having somewhat of a breakout season this year.
Isn't he? Yeah. Nice to see. A former top 5 draft pick, 2019? Or 2020? No, 2019 for the Sydney Swans.
Was it 2019?
Yeah, it was 5 or 6 he was.
Yeah.
Yeah, because 2020 was like Braden Campbell, Logan McDonald.
It's a rare piece of what you would call poor drafting from them. Luke Parker, poor kick inside 50. Ollie Florent. But yeah, I mean, they've drafted really well. I do find it funny with, some of those teams that traditionally get a lot of value out of their draft picks, like the Geelongs and the Sydneys. They have a few examples of like top end draft picks that they've completely stuffed up.
I'm trying to think though, a lot of City's best drafting, and I'm not trying to bring this into a shitstorm, as Zerha takes an uncontested mark about 30 metres in front for North Melbourne. The score is 1-1.
Can I just highlight the decision making there of Finn O'Sullivan? If he receives the ball anywhere around that, watch him here, gets it here, spin on the left, just makes the right decision.
He's a real 4-point player. Youth points.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, good.
That's a reference to the Young Gun talent series we're working through.
It sometimes just takes me a little while.
That's okay. My jokes are pretty bad. Zerha has shanked that like the family lamb, and North Melbourne lead 2-1.
3 minutes into the game, I feel like we've come with good energy to start this game. We've got Carlton sort of pinned back in their back half.
I feel like I was saying something. Oh, I was going to say, not to get into this debate, but a lot of Sydney's best draft picks were like club type. You think Heaney, Mills, Blakey, Gordon?
Yes.
But when you look at their actual like open draft picks, there's Matthew Ling, there's Dylan Stevens. Yeah. I'm not roasting them, but like it's probably AFL average because every club cooks picks. But
I completely agree.
I wouldn't say they're notoriously strong at drafting well in the first round. Logan McDonald as well.
Yeah, Logan McDonald.
Braden Campbell's decent, but that was also a cook draft.
You probably can't give them too much shit for Logan McDonald, given what was in that draft.
Agreed.
But you're right. Like you look at that one and you go, oh, who were the best players in that draft? And you're looking at like Max Holmes, Errol Goulden. So you give them credit for that, but they just did what they had to do there.
Yeah. I'm not sure if that one. I don't think that pays the bills, Dylan.
Yeah,
I don't get any youth points for that.
I think ultimately with those teams and something we generally forget is that both, say, Geelong and Sydney, it's their development.
Absolutely.
That really brings those players through, like the good ones. The bit of Zerha system. And of course, their system.
Grimsby says you don't mess with the Zerha. I like that. How much would it cost West Coast for Zerha, asks Lewis. Well, probably a decent amount given he's on a big, lengthy contract. I'm not sure if we'd go there. How old is Zerha?
I reckon
maybe like 26, 27?
26, 27.
Yeah, okay.
That's exactly what I was going to... I think he's 26.
Not the player the Eagles should trade for, I wouldn't have thought. Maybe as a free agent, but he's not that.
No.
That being said, he has taken a... He's taken a dump. That's what he has. The ball's gone long to the goal square. Maybe that's what he actually intended to do, but it didn't look pretty.
Have you seen much of Trembath this season?
No.
Or last?
I've seen flashes of him, yeah.
He's just looked so good.
Yeah.
Powerful in the air.
Here we go. North force the turnover.
Look at this, how we're playing. We're able to keep the ball locked in the front half, which is not something that we've been able to do in past seasons. And it was something that even in that preseason when I was, let's be honest, I was extremely worried about. But you could see it from the Melbourne game, even where we got flogged, that we could actually play this game.
Oh, jeez. Surprising mark from Jagger Smith.
Through McKercher's hands.
Yeah, a little bit of luck there, but still a good grab.
Oh, no.
And the ball's inside 50 and Comben. Oh. And the ball gets wrapped up. Hayward has been tackled by 2 North Melbourne defenders, and there is a stoppage about 20 metres, 25? We'll call it 22 metres from Carlton's goal. Pitney wins the tap, and there's a free kick Carlton's way.
Oh, Pitnet against Coleman Jones. So this is where it gets a little bit concerning when your ruckman goes from being the dominant ruckman and your team is so used to playing that way.
Yeah.
And then he becomes the subordinate to Pitnet. He's worried about what Pitnet's going to do to him from forward stoppages, and he grabs on. Look at that. So I don't know how much this is going to hurt us offensively and defensively like this, where we concede stoppage goals. Like Coleman Jones is just nowhere there. That's a bad.
Was
free
Coleman
kick.
Jones playing last week? He was, wasn't he?
Yeah, he did.
Yeah. Pitney.
It's a different thing when he's like the backup ruck, though.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Carlton get on the board first through Mark Pitnet. He's kicked a lot of goals this season. 3 against the Swans in opening round.
He has, yeah. He's like surprisingly high in the Common.
Yeah.
I'm not sure. That might have been his 4th. I actually don't know. But at one point in time, he was high up in the Common.
Yeah. I think he was kind of joking with Harry Mackay that he could win their goal kicking this year.
So Darling and Banch came in for Doveston and Jerry. The Blues actually swung the axe a fair bit. They had Harry Dean with a concussion out. Zach Williams also out. But a couple of ins to replace them were Wade Dirksen, first game for the club, I think. Yes, first game for the club. And,
SSP.
Yep. Previously at GWS. Nick Newman also returns to the side. Jordan Boyd and Adam Chera. While they sent shockwaves through the league, Dylan, when they omitted Campbell Chesser and Hudson O'Keefe this week.
I actually had this written down to talk to you about. He is it sounds really, really harsh, but yeah, he's not an AFL player.
Yeah, he's struggling.
Campbell Chesser.
He did have a really good end of the season for us.
Yeah, interesting.
Yeah, I've seen him. He's butchered it for Carlton.
I just feel like he has.
That's a really strong mark from Mackay.
He just has. It is a good mark. He's going to worry us today.
Yeah.
With Combin's playing on him, but Combin likes to. I can't say he doesn't like body contact, but he struggles a bit in those one-on-one situations.
Sure.
And I still consider Harry Mackay one of the best contested markers. A lot of deficiencies to his game, but this he's good at. Combin just gave him a little bit too much room there. So on I reckon the biggest in from a long-term point of view for Carlton there is Nick Newman.
Oh, sorry. Harry Mackay has hit the post. The score is now 8-2 Carlton's way. Sorry, yes. Nick Newman in is, I thought that was a pretty significant in.
That's a significant in. Adam Chera too, I guess.
Oh, it improves the team when you're replacing Chera or Chesser with Chera, for instance.
Yes. Carlton haven't scored 80 points in a game this year.
Wow.
North Melbourne have each week.
You were each week?
Yeah, we haven't gone under 80. They haven't gone over.
Yeah, wow. You were telling me some interesting scores from turnover stats before this game started.
I was.
I reckon that was quite interesting. Carlton being the worst scores from turnover side in the comp. Having said that, they just forced a turnover and they've gotten a mark. Is that Kemp? Has taken a grab at the top of the goal square set up by Florent as a result of a turnover, Dylan.
We're not great at defending turnover.
Yeah, fair.
I think is the issue there. I think we are, like I was saying, we've gotten better at sort of locking the ball in our front half when teams try to transition the ball from the defensive half of the ground. But if we lose it in the front half off one of those poor defensive turnovers, that's where we really get hurt. And Carlton...
he's hit the post.
He's hit the post again.
Oh, wow. Carlton have left a couple of goals on the table here through bad misses. We are 1 goal 3-9 to 2 behinds North Melbourne.
But to jump back into Carlton there, from a statistical point of view, they're only scoring this season, and this goes into a wider discussion for me on how much they have changed, because I think they're trying to move the ball differently, and they're trying to defend differently, but at the same time, they're only scoring 27 points a game from turnover, which is clearly the worst in the competition. Clearly.
That was really nice from Caleb Daniel. Sorry. It was really nice over the head handball.
Said no one ever.
Oh, the decision-making from Foss could have been better there, Dylan.
Yeah, it could have.
Sorry, continue.
Oh, we've got a free kick downfield.
Oh.
It's made up for it. Oh, Will Hayward.
More like Wayward.
Everyone's giving Foss the pats on the back that he deserves. Yeah, look, that's dirty. That is dirty.
Was it? Or was it just late?
Oh, well, it was head.
Was it?
Yeah.
Okay. Gross. Paul Curtis lining up for a goal. The man who made the thumbnail this week. He's kicked a goal and suddenly North Melbourne are just 1 point down despite Carlton having a number of looks at it.
We are back. So just to 180 back to Carlton there for a second. A great goal from North Melbourne. Set up by Finn O'Sullivan, who was hit in the head by Will Hayward there.
I'll take your word for it.
Carlton, 27 points a game from turnover. They are one of the only teams in the competition that have a much larger percentage of their score built from the stoppage source, which is no different to what they've been in past years. If anything, that's kind of got a little bit worse. They're scoring less from turnover than what they were last season.
Wow.
The next worst team in the competition at scoring from turnover is Essendon, who score 40 a game, and Carlton only scored 27. So they're crazy. Back.
Yeah. Yeah. In the modern game, you can't survive with numbers like that. Well, and they're not.
Well, exactly.
Frankly, I mean,
And
one
all
of the
of-
most talked about clubs.
I mean, it's been talked about ad nauseum, but the scoring from that, like having that more like outside running game and scoring from turnover has elevated this year, and they've gone even further backwards.
That's right. Yeah.
It looks. You'd have to put a little bit of that down to the fact that they are trying to change the way that they play a little bit more with more sort of forward handball and stuff like that. And they're probably not getting it right.
Absolutely.
But how long is it going to take to fix, Jesse?
Yeah. A while. They just don't have the cattle for a start.
No.
Hewitt cops a high free kick. Carlton manoeuvre it through out of their back half. Gross. Florent goes wide.
Good one.
Thanks. Bit of talk in the YouTube chat about Georgiades and Rivers and Chad Warner being targets for West Coast in the next 12 months, Dylan.
Yeah, I did see this.
What are your thoughts?
Um,
Is it time for West Coast to spend big on players like that, given that is not this year, that's next year? And they will be free agents.
I think absolutely. I think
Yeah.
when you're starting to put everything together now, I've talked about it over the last couple of weeks, how impressive it was that they've been able to both hit the draft from a high-end talent perspective, like your CDTs, your Dersmas, your Harley Reeds, have those core experienced players and those leaders that are setting the example, like the Liam Bakers. Now they do have the opportunity to go after these guys. I think they'll go to the draft this year, most likely, pick up another top end. I mean, we're assuming you finish still in that bottom 4, bottom 6 this year.
Yeah. Comfortably.
Comfortably,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Just didn't want to say anything rude, you know.
No, that's all right. You have my
Disrespectful.
confirmation. Yeah. Brody Kemp has kicked a goal, by the way. Sorry, while we were talking about my club. I don't know. Dylan always brings it back to West Coast. The score is 15 plays 8. It is. Yeah, Carlton lead.
So then the next question goes to, could you get all of them? Could you get some of them? Which one would you not prefer, but who would take your priority? Is what I'm looking for there?
Probably Chad Warner.
Yeah, definitely is.
Yeah, I think he ticks all the boxes. High quality talent, midfield as well, which is probably where I'd want to direct ideally. Like if I had to pick one player, or I mean, it'd probably be Sam Taylor if I could pick any player.
Yeah,
But-
you need a key defender.
But yeah, like a high profile forward mid like Warner is. That would be the priority. But then the other interesting one is Jed Walter, who would have to likely be a decision this year, and balancing that with potentially going Georgiades next year. Because if you went both, I don't think it's prudent to go for both.
I think the big question here is, who would you rather? If you could, because you've got Georgiades, who is kind of the ready-made talent.
Yeah.
He's doing it now. You know that he can do it. But there is a little thought in the back of my head that Jed Walter is a more talented player
Yeah.
at the same time. And I know the logical part of your brain always says there, well, like I'll take the proven quantity in Georgiades, and he's been great over the last couple of seasons. But would you want to wait for Walter?
I suppose it makes sense in terms of like Walter will develop at the same rate as like a Shanahan, if not quicker, right? As in that they're the same age roughly, or sorry, Walter's a year older. So he's aligned with the rest of our team. Georgiades, we already have like a Waterman as a leader in that space.
Yep.
So,
How old's Georgiades? 25?
well, he'll be 26th end of next year, I reckon, because he's 2019 draft.
Flip side of that, all of your young midfielders, it would be nice for them to be like, you kind of, I suppose, like if you're talking prime key forwards, it's probably after 25, where your mids can kind of hit their prime a little bit earlier, potentially. So they kind of it could still work with the Georgiades.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, if Eagles got Warner and Georgiades, and then all these other guys are 2 years older, they're not too far off finals by that time.
You wouldn't have thought so.
No.
Yeah. I think the question would, like, ultimately the question there would be, I mean, you're probably ultimately going for both if you can get them, but I think you're saying who's better? Who do you think is more talented and can hit the
I
heights?
think it would be overkill to get both Georgiades and Jed Walter.
Just fuck it. Just do a Geelong. Just go for broke.
Yeah, I suppose you could. But interesting times ahead.
Definitely. So does Trent Rivers interest you at all there?
He'd be comfortably third. I think, well, he just lost his spot in the team. I think he would obviously improve West Coast, but not as a high priority as those guys.
Yeah. I think like people are talking in the chat. I saw a couple of people say that he's a little bit overrated, and I know he's definitely dropped off, and he had that little spree in the midfield under Simon Goodwin,
Mm.
and then we came into the next season, everyone thinks like Trent Rivers is going to break out, and he kind of just didn't. He didn't get the opportunity. And then when he was put into the midfield, I think he kind of wasted it a little bit. He's got that breakaway speed, but I just don't think he has like all avenues to his game kind of ticked off.
Yeah, I'm not sure exactly what his best position is at AFL level.
It's got to be midfield for me.
Mm.
So I think he has to work on those things, and he just hasn't improved enough. And I don't know if it was like toys out of the pram after he didn't get the midfield opportunity under Goodwin. That can happen.
Yeah.
Does he need a change of scenery? I don't know.
Yeah,
he's
possibly.
talented though. He's talented.
He is. Lewis has dropped a super chat as well saying it's just great that Shanahan can play both ends. Thank you, Lewis. Well, that's true. I mean, there's more room in the forward line if Shanahan goes back. I'm just not sure if that will be the permanent move. I think if you've got a guy who can play really well as a key forward, ideally you play them forward, but he's a very good defender. Potentially, anyway. He has played well in that role. North Melbourne have got a goal back while we're talking about West Coast. Jack Darling winds back the clock. That was 2019, Jack
You've
Darling.
seen that before. You've fucking seen that before.
Was it Larky who got the second goal as we talked over it? Sorry.
Yeah, it was.
And now Darling, it was a popped up kick from, I'm not sure who, but a great mark running across the contest there.
Can I say a tasty little shield from Dersma in the background there to stop? I think it's Lockie Cowan getting a run and a jump at the ball.
They call him Dersma Jr.
They do.
Or Dersma the third.
Yeah, boy.
Or fourth even.
Come on.
Darling has kicked a goal. North Melbourne lead for, I think, the first time?
Would this be...
No, the second time.
If this quarter ended right now, would this be the first time that Carlton trail going into quarter time?
That's a good question.
For the season?
Probably.
Yeah, that's what I bring.
That's a great start.
Woo! That was a sideline.
Oh, it was too. I thought that was you. No, it was a sideline noise. VG4 has played a woo noise. We also have a chat from sideline. Great to hear you doing some more commentary, boys. Thank you, mate. Question: if all the team mascots had a fight, who would win? We're just talking the mascots, like are we like dude in a suit?
Yeah, I presume so.
Or are we talking like an actual lion?
Oh, well, presumably the animal, because we don't...
Yeah. No, that Brisbane guy is jacked, man.
Yeah.
Oh, 6 clearances to 1 Carlton's way, and they're about to win number 7 here through Chera.
That's what happens when you don't have Tristiano.
Oh, no, it won't count as a clearance, I don't think.
How much is Foss just dominating his little brother?
Yeah, his little brother.
His son. I probably...
Oh, you say that and he's just turned it over to Elijah Hollins by the looks. And we'll go inside 50 here. 6 minutes to go. Sorry, we'll get back to that mascot question.
Oh, Combin had a...
Oh, Walsh. Oh, great defense.
That would have been horrendous timing for me.
Yeah, I know. He just burnt. Yeah, North are bad at conceding from turnover. Sideline has clarified. No, not the suit. The actual lion, the actual bomber. Thank you.
Yes.
My mind went to demon. Like, what is a demon? Surely through like supernatural powers.
I think a lot of philosophers have tried to sort of tackle this question and failed.
Yeah. So it's up to us.
Yeah, I mean, subhuman.
Oh, Fallow says, I don't know what the Sun's mascot is, but nobody is beating the Sun in a fight.
Is a demon though?
Not sort the Sun. Oh, it depends.
It's not even a physiological factor.
Yeah. Isn't it like a thing in Star Wars that Darth Revan can suck the energy from a planet? Like, you can make up these rules.
Can we maybe
break? But it's a really good suggestion.
Is there a way that we could break them into tiers to tackle this?
Youth points.
Which one's got the greater potential though?
Yeah, true. I think the eagle has upside.
Yeah.
Wooden Spoon Data says a saint probably beats a demon. Oh, it's getting real esoteric. As Wardlaw comes out of half-back. Thank you. And it is spoiled. Time in forward half the last 10 minutes, I think, is 55% to Carlton.
Yeah, it's not looking great for us in the last few minutes. Some nervous-looking North Melbourne fans.
New Heaven says Dockers are least worrying. Surely a saint is also least worrying too.
Yeah, a saint. Oh, it is that good versus evil with the Saints versus the D's.
True. King Krilla says, never thought I'd hear Darth Revan on a True Footy live stream. I've talked about Star Wars a lot on this show over the years. I watched Empire Strikes Back last night.
That's
I work
hot.
it into the content way more than I should.
It's good stuff.
Yeah.
It does sometimes go over my head.
Yeah. Well, you've worked in Macbeth. So.
Yeah, true. I can't. I like that one about the Dockers though.
Yeah. Yeah. Just a working class kind of man.
With a ciggy.
Yeah.
There's Chera. Throws it on the boot like he loves to do. McGovern v. Court.
Daniel clean.
Ooh.
Oh, his hands were clean, but the handball wasn't great. As Pink
Too
gets
hot
it
for
back
Pink.
to McKercher.
One-handed pick up from Foss. Gets
that-
taken high.
Oh.
He gets taken high.
Yeah, nice.
No!
Oh! As Jagger.
Oh, ball.
Good tackle. Caleb Daniel.
Pay it.
Had a decent quarter, I reckon.
He has had a decent quarter. He's been better
Yeah.
this season, and he's been playing a little bit higher.
Okay.
Not in that. Oh, what's going on here? 50.
15-metre penalty.
Is that against Jagger?
It shouldn't be unless because that umpire definitely calls ball.
Yeah.
Jagger picks it up. So it must be. Oh, I don't know.
Advantage.
The replay kind of stopped there. Caleb Daniel though, it must have been because Caleb Daniel was the one who won the free kick and he took the kick. The ball is now 20 metres from goal. Wiedering,
Oh, that's
terrible
coming back. It's coming
dump
back.
kick out, and it's going to come back.
Blamires or Blamiers, as some like to
Or
pronounce it.
Blamires.
Oh, Coop.
Trembath.
Sammy
We'll
Walsh
have to
crashes
keep filling
through.
up the tub.
It's deep in North Melbourne's forward
surely
half
they get a
here.
goal from this.
Coleman
Oh,
Jones
too
runs into a brick
slow.
wall.
That was sloppy. That was cumbersome, Dylan.
It was cumbersome. Nobody was able to turn a... Oh, it's a free kick to us.
Oh,
Is it?
yeah.
It is.
Yep.
Tom Powell. So what's gone on there?
Carlton's pressure factor just 159, just coming up on the coverage there.
Say that again, Jesse. Sorry.
Carlton's pressure rating was 159, which is quite low. North's up to 192. So there's 3 minutes to go. Tom Powell comes in. Can he hit the post?
He's missed.
He didn't even hit the
That
post.
was-
It's out to the left.
Just the most outrageous run-up I've ever seen.
Oh, the North fan wearing bunny ears. That's adorable.
Oh, God. That's depressing. If you... Right now for West Coast, we talked about those players that could come in who you need. If you're taking one... I think I know who this will be, and there's an obvious answer here, but if you're taking one player off this field between Carlton and North Melbourne today, who are you sort of like drafting first? We're not taking into consideration talent here. We're just like, I want that player for my team to win tomorrow.
Okay. Oh, as in who's the best established player on the field right now?
Well, it can be, or you can just take the one that you want for West Coast. No, do it the other way. Do it the other way.
Okay, I'm building a team and I get to pick one guy on the field right now.
Yeah.
I think I'd go Wiedering.
Yes, that's the answer.
Okay,
I
good.
think that's the correct answer. You got that right.
Yeah.
But I thought you would also take him for West Coast.
Well, that's true, but then I thought Jagger might actually suit West Coast, as would Foss.
For a game to win tomorrow.
Yeah. Well, when you added that, that's where I moved it to
Yeah,
Wiedering.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like the grand finals tomorrow.
Yeah.
Somehow West Coast have gotten there.
Yeah. Mind you, Jagger wouldn't be a million miles off being the first bloke you pick. Like in terms of
It would be for me in a grand final. He wouldn't be
Yeah.
top 5. I wouldn't have thought. Like I'd take LDU over Jagger.
fair.
I'm not talking about from a...
You're just talking tomorrow's game.
there's
But
a
I mean, he's just not far off like really high level output already. You know what I mean?
output.
Yeah. So he's not that far off what he's going to become.
Yeah.
I probably could have phrased that stronger, but that's a really good grab. But you're right. I'm sure there is probably a few more you could say.
Who would you take next? Jagger.
I need to have a look at the teams.
I mean, the ones that would jump out, just to give you some names, like Shees or LDU, maybe Charlie Comben.
Larkey wouldn't be a million miles off.
Larkey.
He's in really good form at the moment.
I actually had a look.
Patrick Cripps would still be a contender.
He wouldn't be for me. Not
He's not in that. He's a fair way behind Wiedering, but I think he's still probably at least in the top 10 names you'd call out. I mean,
Maybe.
Who else at Carlton are you taking ahead of him? Or you maybe go Harry Mackay.
at Carlton.
Yeah, specifically at Carlton. You go
Sam
Harry
Walsh for sure.
Oh, true. Yeah.
See, I'd take Walsh over Jagger.
Sure. Yes. Yeah. In this specific circumstance, yes.
Yep. I think
Campbell
I would.
Chesser.
I would take Harry Mackay because I think like that's harder to get.
No, you're right. There is a bit more. But I don't think the list is that deep.
No.
Ahead of Patrick Cripps.
No, but you're when we're talking top 10, we're talking North Melbourne as well. So then you throw in like I think I take like right now for a game, I'd still take Sheasel over him.
Oh, I thought that was another Shane. Carlton have hit the lead through McGovern.
Oh, they have too. They've ruined
23 seconds to go, or 22 now before quarter time.
I thought that was over when Paul Curtis is another one. Yeah.
Yeah, Paul Curtis as well.
New Heaven says Riff says, Dylan, with how Dersma has played, do you think he would go pick one in the 2024 draft? Oh, you're doing Willem. I was thinking Zane for a second because we're on this game. And I'm like, Christ, no. No.
Didn't you say, unless I'm tripping, with that show we did with Pommy and Wooden Spoon?
I had Lawler.
Did you go Lawler, did you?
Yeah.
Okay, all right.
Yeah,
I thought you might have gone Dersma.
They went Willem.
They did they? Okay.
Yeah.
I think I might have gone Lawler too.
You did.
Yeah.
We both went Lawler and the guests went Wilhelm.
Yeah. Yeah. But on what we've seen so far, I'm pretty happy to put Dersma second maybe in a mixed draft there.
Yeah, Dersma's right up there.
Yeah.
He's right up there. He was a clear number one in that draft.
Absolutely. Somebody also, Attack Nakar on YouTube says, not to nerd you out, I think you're referring to Darth Nihilus, Lord of Hunger. He drains the life of planets and stuff around him, but Revan a way better character. Thank you. I did mix those up. This is like real expanded universe Star Wars stuff.
What's the, like, with Star Wars, like, what is it sort of...
About?
Yeah, like, thematically. Like, what's it kind of based on? Does it have, like, a religious...
No. Well, I mean, the Jedi, I think, are based on monks. Like they're monk-like.
If Star Wars got like a sort of geopolitical
a little bit. And more so the prequels, I think. The prequels show you how... I can't believe we're covering this. But the prequels show you...
No, go on. This is good.
Well, like when you're introduced to the original trilogy, there's an empire that it like oppresses the whole universe through a dictatorship, right?
Sure.
And then in the prequels, it reverts back to what it used to be, which is when it was a republic, like a galactic republic. And how so the large theme of the prequels is how the democracy gets broken down and becomes an empire that's ruled by an emperor, and therefore I don't know if it's strictly based on World War II, but there's certainly themes, basically like fear mongering, playing both sides of a war, getting executive powers, using those powers to then dominate. So
and obviously Luke Skywalker being pick one in that draft.
Yeah, true. He had massive upside.
Dear.
Chris
the
Judd's
originals are a
bit
lot
of an
about
Anakin. Sorry.
Oh, sorry. I was going to say, someone just said here, not very super coach says the originals were a lot about the Vietnam War.
Is that right? That makes sense. In 1977. I need to think about that some more. I didn't know that until now.
Yeah. Maybe we could.
Yeah, let's deep dive it.
Just spitballing, but we could maybe make a podcast about this.
Actually, it's enough. Real quick one. I want to make a TikTok page with my partner. She does an incredible job. If you want to, basically the premise of these would be asking her to describe movies to me, but she gets all the form, like the details right, but she mixes up all the names and just butchers all the important facts.
Oh.
And it's so funny.
Yeah,
and I want to film it and upload it. So,
Love it.
I'm going to have so many channels.
So does she explain it well other than...
Like her retention's good. She follows the plot really well. She doesn't misunderstand anything, but she plays it fast and loose with names and she mixes up the order. She's describing Harry Potter and the Goblet of Fire. And I hope she's not watching this. And then she's like, yeah, and then everyone died. But then at the end they had the ball, which was weird because everyone died. That happened in the middle of the movie. It didn't make any sense. It's very sweet though. Anyway, back to football. Football. Sideline says, I thought the Empire, as I say that, Empire symbolized the Nazis. Probably
That's
little bit.
what I thought too. I think I've read that somewhere.
Yeah. I mean, it does in a lot of ways, but I suppose you could probably say that about any bad guy. The Empire was kind of like them, like a dictatorship, right? But I mean, they used the word stormtroopers. That was a Nazi term as well, wasn't it? Or is that just a general thing?
Yeah, were they meant to be kind of like the SS?
Yeah, perhaps. I can't really remember. But the way that he took power, I suppose, did have parallels to World War II. But that was more of a prequels thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Anyway.
I'm going to give you some stats. Disposals in total, 87 to 75 in favour of North Melbourne, quite even there. It's really the handballing where North Melbourne are a little bit higher in number. So we've gone for the handball a little bit more. 16 to 10 inside 50s to Carlton. So similar to last week with us against Essendon, we lost territory. We are losing territory at this point. +6 is actually a fairly worrying number, I would say. From this game, disposal efficiency is in our favour at 75 to 69, and we're converting our goal chances. 3 goals from 10 inside 50s compared to 3 goals from 16 to Carlton. So they've got a little bit more territory on the board at the moment, not putting them away.
No. It does feel like a fairly even game.
Yeah.
And I think that bodes well for you given how Carlton are in the second half. So it won't be as simple as that always.
Yeah.
But I do think it's pretty positive that the score is level and you guys, at least they're equal so far.
There's a worry in me that we're that team that can't put them away in the second half. Like we'll have that opportunity to do it and we can't do it.
He's had a good quarter, Caleb Daniel. We did highlight him before, but he's had 8 disposals and 249 metres gained. He's on track for 1,000 if he does that 4 times.
Wow.
That's good going. That's a really strong quarter.
What is his role today? I thought he'd been playing a little bit more ahead of the ball. Clearances are 8 to 4 in favour of Carlton, so they've got on top of us there, which we sort of flagged. I mean, pretty obviously flagged at the beginning of the game with Pitnet up against CCJ.
Excuse me, the on the screen now, Carlton's pressure rating has come up, and in the first 10 minutes it was 176, and then I think it was 158. After that is quite poor.
Yep. That kicking inside 50, though, we've had 5 marks inside 50 to 2, which kind of explains the goal efficiency as well.
Both sides have been kicking for goal quite poorly.
Yes. Yeah, 100%. It's probably just been that final ball inside 50 for us. Both teams, generally speaking, are pretty good stoppage sides. Like North are the number 3 stoppage side from a differential point of view in the comp. Carlton the 5th, but obviously Tristan Sherry switches that in their favour a little bit this week.
What was the stat so far this quarter in terms of
8 to 4
stoppage? Their way?
Yep.
Yeah, of course it was. Yeah, it was 6 to 1 at one point.
Yep. They don't look particularly dangerous though when they win a stoppage. You feel? I don't know if you have that same. Like they come out. They always retreat out the back of the stoppage and then they get a high kind of loping kick inside forward 50.
Yeah, that's true.
It was funny actually watching their VFL game today. Like it looked a bit, the styles, like stylistically watching North Melbourne and Carlton, it kind of felt, the quality was worse obviously, but it sort of felt stylistically like you were watching the AFL teams a bit. The way that we played, we like overpossessed the ball a lot. We played it a lot on the outside. We liked the turnover game.
Right.
And they like the in and under stuff.
Gotcha. Interesting. I mean, it makes sense. Well, I think my 2 teams are playing each other in the Waffle today: West Coast Reserves and the Perth Demons, who had Charlie Dean, by the way, and Indy Kirk, a couple of signings for Perth Demons Waffle side.
Okay.
Charlie Dean, of course, at Collingwood last year. Indy Kirk, the son of Brett. Oh, it's not until later today. That's fine.
Have you changed? Do we do predictions
For this game?
Yeah.
Well, I think I said that I tipped North.
I've got to go with North.
Yeah. But I was pretty uncomfortable with it.
Yeah,
I'm just very 50-50.
Has anything changed?
No, nothing that I've seen so far has made. In fact, if anything, the fact that Carlton haven't gotten more of a lead here, I think,
is concerning.
Probably makes me think North are safer.
I'm very worried about Blumeyers.
In what sense?
I just think he's really fumbly.
Yeah, okay.
Gets pushed off the ball really easily. Just a concern. I know he's had a lot of positive feedback for just, I suppose, like coming into the team, coming into the competition, but he just concerns me a little bit.
Not very Supercoach says the rebels, in brackets Viet Cong, used asymmetric warfare fighting against the imperialist organised empire. George Lucas specifically compares them and was thinking of it at the time. There you go. That's interesting.
Yeah,
Thanks for that nugget.
So it's got bits and pieces from different parts of history.
Yeah.
Let's say.
It is a good story from that point of view as well. Like all the political background stuff that you learn about in the prequels.
Love that.
Any news on how Charlie Banfield is going? I think he got injured. I'm not sure. I read that today, but I haven't confirmed that. I saw he kicked a goal in the preseason, but it's pretty early days for Charlie.
Watch how North just moved the ball then. I don't know
Shankalicious.
if you noticed that, but they really want to refrain from that long kick.
Yeah, okay.
And they'll wait that last minute, so they can either get that handball over the top or they wait for those runners in behind. And that's that was like a slow build-up kind of play because they got the free kick at half back. They're going to get hurt here though.
Oof.
Oh, it's probably going to be a free.
Jagger goes and wins the bounce back from his own kick.
Was that not a free kick to Mackay? I feel like he was in his back there, Comben.
That was who was the kick inboard that turned it over to Carlton then?
For North?
Yeah.
Jeez.
It was about 20 seconds ago.
Yeah.
It was quite poor and it opened you guys up.
It did.
Is that Trembath?
Oh, Tremmy.
Strong mark.
It's so nice to have that and not have to rely on
Nice kick
marking.
inboard too. Oh, Powell can't make it look good.
Bench. Powell. Goal this. You missed the last one.
No.
You missed the last
Looks bad.
one.
It looks bad. It is all even here.
Powell has, he's a good ball winner, but he has no quality.
Oh, Jagger probably could have been, it would have been a soft free kick, but it was there. McKercher had a hand full of his jumper.
Yep. There was actually in that same play, Jagger kicked it into Mackay, and I was pretty sure they were going to pay a free kick against Comben for in his back as well.
Right, yeah. Oh, strong mark from Pitney.
Against Coleman Jones is fairly awful.
Oh, dear. The standard of this game is not that high.
This is reminding me right now of the Essendon game. Foss,
Right. Oh,
you will make a decision.
Oh,
That's a good one.
it's paid off.
It's a
Is
good
this
one.
Banch?
Banshee. The Banshee.
Banch. Thank you, Banch.
And he's missed it.
He has missed to the right. 3 goals 5 to 3 goals 4. North Melbourne have eked in front.
Far out. Got to kick that Banch. New in the team. Constantine's been dropped for you.
Yeah.
Make them pay.
Wipe them out. All of them.
Carlton try to flick it around through the middle here with hands. They're gone.
Palpatine reference.
That's ball. The umpire's been really hot on ball in this game. Curtis is probably just slightly too far out to score. He's got Trembath in the goal square, calling for it. Oh, there's a lead on. This season, I've noticed North in this situation, we've been really patient. So he'll hold this, I reckon, until the last moment. I reckon there's still a chance that he passes this off, although it does look more and more suspiciously like he's going to go for a shot.
Just the one disposal so far today. That is an awful kick. It has paid off. Trembath.
What on earth?
Only one who stayed switched on there because that looked like it was falling short. Curtis's kick. It was a shank, and Trembath stayed on the line. He'll make the most of this certain goal.
Is that Dirksen? Direct
I'm
opponent.
sorry, I looked at the chat right then, but it would make sense if it was Dirksen. Lewis says, "Is that illegal? I will make it legal." You're going to get a lot of this today, Dylan.
New Heaven. Trembath kicks the goal. North Melbourne are not back
They've
in front.
really arrived as a football club, I think.
We're getting there. We are improving. Do you see improvement in us?
Absolutely, yeah. But I just like to milk the the overreaction to the Port win, just because of Bants. I think they've improved, yeah.
Someone's asked in the chat, New Heaven, realistically, who would you want the Roos to target?
I will go to the bathroom while you answer this.
I'll handle this. I still think...
Is that a Star Wars reference? I think it is.
What's that?
We'll handle this.
Oh, probably. Is Star Wars one of those things where it's like The Simpsons and everything is slightly a reference? Probably. Who should North target? Okay, so I would say that North still need key position reinforcements. I don't really they're not going to be going for an inside mid or something like that. Do North, they would like a Chad Warner, for example, but they're not going to really be going for that player necessarily. I think the other type of player, it's a key position, probably a ready-made key position defender, which is absolutely the number one. And then the second, I would say, is a gun, high-quality small forward. Give me Cozzy Pickett. Give me Cozzy Pickett. That's who I would want right now. So the ones that we read out before, the players that could be up for a move, they were mostly from Western Australia, weren't they? So they're probably not in the mix. Like a Georgiades, who would be a key position player, not a key position defender. But they are, and you do see this in drafts. If you look at the top 10 of drafts, they're generally mids or they're small forwards, those types of players. And then the other position you probably see is a key defender, because there's just not that many really, really good ones in the competition. Like you can probably reel off 5 or 6 top-end key position defenders, and then it's hard to discover them. Woody's just said in the chat there, Jordan Butts would be a good one. And I think it's tough now because he's got so much opportunity at Adelaide. Like I feel like it's going to be hard to get him out of there now. Last year would have been the time to strike, I feel like, a player that was just kind of dormant at the Adelaide Crows in Jordan Butts. So they obviously identified him last year. They wanted to get him and Adelaide wouldn't let him leave. So he might be more difficult, but I suppose that's a player. Give me some more names. I'm just trying to think of who's been kind of touted. Like you've got like a Joel Amati who you could potentially get out of Sydney. I know he's not a key position defender. He's a key position forward. But could you do something there perhaps? Roses Jr. would have been a solid get last year. I think that's a fair call. You're not going to get like a North Melbourne is not going to attract like a Cozzy Pickett level small forward, are they? So it's probably got to be someone like a Malcolm Roses Jr. who doesn't have quite the profile, I suppose, and is just not getting a game and wants more opportunity. Buslinger might be a good shout. Honestly, like I'm not a big fan of what I've seen from Buslinger. If we were going to go down that path, I think I would rather go for just do it in-house with who's our key position defender that we drafted this year? I've for some reason forgotten his name, which is
Threadgold.
Threadgold, yeah. I'd probably rather just develop a Threadgold. We've also got Matt Whitlock, who is playing as a forward at the moment, but could potentially play that defensive role. People talking about Burn Jones, Connor Stone. I don't want Guelphy.
In the sideline chat, someone T7JT says another Swan would really make the North. Would really make the Swan. I'm sorry. Would really make North the Swans twos.
Sorry again, but like, does Blamiers ever not fall over when he's in a chain? Like, he just always somehow like slides and his possession is wasted. He's just turned it over again there. That was him before, wasn't it?
I missed it. Sorry, I was fumbling that.
You know when you said
so
who
badly.
was the one? You know you said who's the one that turned the ball over?
Oh,
I think
was
that
it him? I thought it was a dark haired player. You talking about Blamiers?
Yeah, he worries me.
Sorry, I messed up that chat. But North Melbourne have a bunch of Sydney players, don't they? Who are the other ones other than Parker?
Dill Stevens,
yeah. Oh, who did you name one while I was in the bathroom? Target?
We were speaking about Malcolm Roses Jr. Would have been a good one, and Jordan Butts.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Who we went after last year.
Yeah, absolutely.
I was saying though, it's kind of tough now with Butts because after Mark Keane went down and they've kind of brought him into the side, it feels difficult, like a much more difficult task to get him and what you'd have to pay for him now.
Yeah.
Compared to last season. Like he was kind of, you'd almost be wanting to get a player like that last year for free.
Yeah.
I bet at the end of this year it's going to be higher.
But people will come back for Adelaide, won't they? They'll get Keane and Murray. He's probably still outside the team if they're fully fit.
Don't know if he plays well enough though. Do you slightly change?
Well, someone will come out of that team then.
Someone comes out.
Yeah.
I
suppose you keep an eye on that situation.
You definitely do. I suppose the one that when does Keane come back? It's like, it is this year, isn't it? He's not out for the...
Yeah, no, I think it's like around 8 to 10-ish.
Or was that Curtin? Are we confusing that with Curtin?
Possibly.
Maybe it was longer for Keane.
Keane's ankle looked really bad. I feel like it's mid-year he comes back though.
Okay.
T7JT clarifies Toby Pink, also an X1, and Constanti. Good point.
Constanti, yeah. I didn't know Toby Pink was an X1.
I think he was on their list.
Right.
Because he was a delisted free agent, having been delisted several years ago. That's what it was.
What was that?
He also suggests, could North get Jed Walter?
Oh, well, that's the sort of player that I would consider to be outside our range. And the fact that
you'd think he'd just get a lot of attention from big... you'd think Collingwood would come knocking, for
instance.
He's
just too big of a name. Even I know he hasn't played, but...
No, I agree.
We don't typically attract that level of player.
I mean, let's say specifically Collingwood, right? If North finish higher than the Pies, which at this point I think Collingwood are still a better team, but if the wheels fall off...
Yeah.
We've seen what they look like without Dacos. It is possible you could sell a future there. I'm speaking
North Melbourne over Collingwood.
I'm speaking optimistically there, but it is possible.
What does the modern player value these days? What do they ultimately value? I feel like it's a combination of the big club experience, And what I mean by that is the game day experience, right?
Yeah, which would be significant at Collingwood.
It's financial, which realistically most clubs can offer similar financial terms.
So certainly right now when the salary cap's just gone up, we're seeing big offers from any club, and then Collingwood as well is probably going to have some cash to splash. So if we're talking about them specifically,
so I suppose for precedent, like you could look to a TDK, not Silvani so much because he was kind of on the outer a little bit at Carlton anyway, but Sam Flanders, like other clubs would have gone for Sam Flanders, right?
Yeah, they did. Well, Melbourne did. I think like 5 or 6 clubs. I think West Coast was linked at one point.
And certainly TDK.
Yeah.
Like that was a fight. And St Kilda won. So why did St Kilda win?
Well, on the issue of Flanders left because his opportunity would be better. His opportunity to play in his desired role. TDK that probably wouldn't have applied to.
No.
So I guess the quality of the future would have been what TDK was seeking there.
Because it's a tough sell still, isn't it? It's we're offering you a lot of money, but you could probably get that money elsewhere. And then we've won 1 premiership in 100 and...
It's faith in the club to be able to compete. Even if it's not imminently, it'll be at some point during that player's career that needs to be on the table, you'd think.
Yeah.
So St Kilda did have that appeal, and maybe North could market themselves in a similar way to the way St Kilda did.
I think the factor that they have over us is perhaps the lifestyle piece, in that I think because their base is down in that sort of, what do you call it, like not quite peninsula, but down that way.
Coastal.
The Bay Area lifestyle scene. You can, go down, you can get your place in Brighton, you can go to the coffee shop and then you can like walk to training maybe. Yeah. Maybe they sell that as a centerpiece.
It's funny though, because it is all just the same city.
It's all the same city.
I don't really live that close to you.
Exactly.
I don't live where I work. Like,
100%.
It's crazy.
And you could quite feasibly and easily live in that area if you liked the beach lifestyle and all that kind of stuff, and then just travel to Arden Street.
You could, yeah. And we have a goal to Carlton.
I hate what I'm seeing right now.
Yeah, Carlton have hit the front. Is that Jordan Boyd?
No, that is Nick Newman.
Oh, it is Nick Newman.
I assume the celebration is based on the fact that he hasn't been in the team for a long time due to injury.
Yeah. Carlton hit the front, 34 plays 30. North have the extra scoring shot.
That's Cowan who got the turnover in the middle of the ground. Newman just drifts forward. No one goes with him.
Could Ben King end up at the Saints with his brother, says Lewis. I mean, I outside of playing with his brother, I'm not sure if that's the club.
You've been married to this idea that he's going to Collingwood.
I've been married to the idea that Collingwood will go hard.
Yeah.
And
well, no doubt.
Yeah. I did a prediction that he would end up at Collingwood. I did.
Yes.
Yeah. I think Collingwood.
Do you still agree?
I mean, it was a prediction with about as much conviction as your prediction for Carlton to finish 7th. So, in the sense that it's a little bit of fun, I'm not necessarily locked in that will happen. I think it makes logical sense. I think there's a good chance for him to be wiggled out there. I think Collingwood is a very attractive club to play for, it's incumbent on Gold Coast to be able to give him a contract that warrants his talent, because I think that will be the squeeze.
Do you think they can, given that they've got to nurse and massage so much talent into that salary cap?
Well, that's it. I think that will be the only reason he would leave, is that they can't match the offer significantly enough.
If you're at it, like if you're managing, it was if you're managing a Gold Coast right now, you're almost going like, I hope Zeke Ewland and Dylan Patterson just hold fire a little bit.
Yeah.
Like we need them to get better, but not too quickly, so that they demand big contracts. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, right now they're probably just locked into who's the best 23 on the field right now. And Zeke's had a bit of a taste. Sure. And Patterson hasn't played yet, has he?
No, he hasn't.
No. So from that point of view, they're they'll still attract a decent extension when they get one. But yeah, you don't want them winning Rising Star noms in the first 5 weeks. No.
And even players like Alex Davies and those kind of guys who are he's got games this season because Matt Rao's been out of the team. We don't want him to pop off too much. Those
guys will certainly make a move, I reckon.
You'd have to.
So I think Jed Walter and Alex Davies surely will be the players that start to move out of Gold Coast when it comes to sign Ben King.
Jed Walter's tricky though, isn't he? Because he's so talented.
Yeah. But why would he stay if Ben King stays?
Yeah.
Like one of them's got to go, right?
Someone's got to go. But at the same time, like, I mean, if Gold Coast were putting up their sell to other players and saying, like, this is the future of our team, this is our next premiership team, I reckon it's got Ben King, Jed Walter, and Ethan Reid all in the forward line.
Yeah.
Carlton are on top of us here.
They are. But if you can restrict the scoring, you'll be in a good position at halftime. And that was a good spoil by Comben as well. We have 6.5 minutes remaining in this first half. Carlton lead by 4 points.
You can definitely see that this game just lacks the outside polish.
Oh, absolutely. I think that's the biggest drawback is the skills in transition from both sides.
Yep.
Just a few questionable decisions here and there too.
Yep. So,
and we have another throw in.
Does that stay in?
No. But I think North will be comfortable with where this game sits right now.
I think so, yeah. Colby McKercher is the major ball winner with 18 disposals.
Wow.
Yeah, he's been flicking it around back there in the defensive half. Caleb Daniel with 13. So this is clear that the game is being played in our defensive half. 18 to McKercher, 13 to Daniel, 12 to Stevens. All, like, generally speaking, are outside players for us. Then it's Harry Sheasel with 11, of course. George Hewitt with 10. So he's their major ball winner, George Hewitt, with 10.
We have a super chat that I'm just going to get this up because I reckon that will need some research. So first of all, thank you, Lewis. It says, with Taz having to trade picks 5, 7, 9, 11 and 13, can you name which current players are worth each of those picks? Also, do West Coast keep Flynn and B. Williams? I'll quickly answer the second one. I think as it currently stands, without any replacements, we would probably carry those rucks into next year. Williams is out of contract and a free agent, could attract some interest. I actually think there's potential if Williams, who has been playing pretty well in the waffle, if he can get fit with the new ruck rules, I think Bailey Williams could actually usurp Matt Flynn in one of the worst ruck battles of all time.
This is a real B grade.
So I think unless the Eagles sign someone, I think both would sign on.
Yeah.
But, you know, if Bailey stays in the waffle all year, maybe, you know, the Demons or someone else chasing a ruck would look at him.
Gotcha. So the first part of that question, hang on. So with Tassie having to trade picks 5, 7, 9, 11, 13, can you name which current players are worth each of those picks? When you say which players?
Yeah. So that's part of how they can establish their team. They'll be able to trade picks 5, 7, 9, 11 and 13. So which players in the AFL are worthy of those picks? For
those established players. Yeah. Okay, so let's assign a player to each pick, or are we like so?
Yeah, roughly.
Gee.
I've just opened up.
So do we go, I mean, Dacos is their biggest target, right?
Yeah.
So I actually wanted to broach this. Is there anything where you would say, have Carlton got another free kick? No. Is there anything in you that would say Collingwood would want to trade Nick Dacos if things go really bad for them? Hear me out. Just hear me out. And I'm not even agreeing with this. I'm just throwing it into the ether. They trade Nick Dacos, and because they're dealing with Tasmania.
Sorry, something's just happened. There's been a holding the ball paid against Luke McDonald in the goal square.
Yeah, of course there was.
Yeah, I saw Carlton fans cheering. We're obviously watching it muted so we can listen to the sideline sound effects as well. And Brodie Kemp has slotted another goal. So Carlton extend their lead to 10 points with 4 minutes remaining in the half.
What happened? I didn't see that.
I think it was a holding the ball paid, I reckon.
Was it there?
I didn't see that.
Seems somewhat controversial.
McDonald seems unhappy. Carlton seem very happy.
Here we go. McDonald v. Kemp. McDonald. Oh.
That's holding the ball.
Yeah. They don't consistently pay that, but it can be holding the ball.
Is there any reason that wouldn't be holding the ball? Incorrect disposal, prior opportunity?
No, prior would be the...
True, but he dropped it. He had one arm pinned and he dropped it.
Yeah.
That's ball.
Okay. Yeah, I'm okay with it.
It does suck when it happens to your team, though.
Yeah, and then it doesn't happen 5 other times in the game.
Yeah, fair. You know, as a quick aside before we get back to that question, being at Optus Stadium, you always feel like you're getting absolutely destroyed by the umpires, and the Eagles North game felt diabolical.
Against you?
Yeah.
Did it really?
Yeah. I also am cognizant while I'm watching, I'm like, I know it just feels like this.
Because the crowd,
but also even just my eyes. But I've also gone home and watched, maybe not, I didn't watch that game back, but if I've watched so many games back and been like, oh no, that was there. Oh, that wasn't. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it felt like we were getting absolutely robbed against North.
I genuinely like the hysteria around umpiring decisions is like quite often crazy to me. Like you do like a breakdown of a game or something, and everyone says like, "Why don't you just talk about the umpires? They ruined it." Like that's why they won. And it's like, come on, like.
Well, sometimes they.
Dersma, the better Dersma.
Oh yes, he's better than Xavier. I'll give you that. Actually, no, he's not.
He's probably not.
You know what though? He's having a good game. He's had a number of good moments. In this game.
He's had more moments this season than I've ever seen from him.
And he's unfairly maligned. He's also in his third year. So, like, well, yeah, be careful not to lead into memeing him, but he's a decent player.
There's just a lot of guys that have shown more.
Yeah.
In their short time. In the AFL, he kicks the goal and we are back within 4 points, 2.5 minutes to go.
Big goal for North Melbourne, that, I reckon.
Big goal for North Melbourne. So we'll get back to this Nick Dacos Tasmania conversation, which is sort of back on Lewis's super chat there. So what I was asking the question of, is there any merit in Collingwood actually, sounds crazy right now, but like you move Dacos on, you take more picks than you would ever get for any one player based on what Tasmania have and what they'd be clearly willing to give up, and you just cash in?
Absolutely not.
Really?
Yeah.
Go on then.
I think from a marketing point of view, he's too valuable. I think from a leadership point of view...
I think that's BS though for Collingwood, because they are such a big club anyway. Like they don't need...
No, but it's not just about like getting memberships. It's also about, hey, come play with Nick Dacos.
Yeah.
Having him should virtue the fact that, hey, you can play with Dacos and this is the pathway to our next premiership is such a sell to, say, a Ben King or whoever that is further down the track as well. I think they'd lose heaps if they did that. Also, he's young, so like trading him doesn't necessarily improve their demographics. You know, even getting through, let's call it 3 top 10 picks. I don't know what it would cost. 5, 6.
I'm saying
8 or whatever.
So, like, what is the price then? That's kind of what I'm not actually saying I agree with what I'm saying, but like, I'm not saying for picks 5 and 7.
No,
I'm saying like, what would be the price?
I think you'd almost put no price on him, but obviously at some point, like a ridiculous offer could be possible in this scenario. Yeah. I think you'd want, and let's say like his desire is out of the question, because if he demands a trade to Tasmania, then you probably have to do it at some point. But let's say he doesn't even know about it yet, and you could in theory agree a deal in private before you even take it to Nick Dacos. If I'm Collingwood, I would want 4 top 10 picks.
Yeah. That's what I'm talking. Yeah. I'm talking that kind of price. And Tassie go, yeah.
Yeah, well, they probably make sense for them. So I suppose like that is absurd, but like it is an absurdly expensive trade.
Yeah.
But given all the factors in it being Nick Dacos, that could actually be better for them than just taking those to the draft, right?
And then Collingwood, even if they wanted to, like they wouldn't even have to take all of those to the draft. They could go get, like, what if they went and got a Jed Walter?
Yeah.
And then they filled up on, a Zach Butters.
Well, yeah, Zach Butters. But then again, I just think getting Zach Butters becomes so much harder if they don't have Dacos.
It does, but what if they could sell them?
Also, the timeline doesn't make sense.
No, it doesn't. I thought that in my head, and I was like, I hope nobody notices that, but that's wrong. But yeah, I mean, it's like on the premise that every single player has a price.
Yes,
and there's always a point in which that becomes more favourable for you. At what point does the loyalty to the Dacos name and Collingwood and, like you said, that side of it become too outweighed?
Yeah, probably at 4. I reckon at 4. At 3 is not quite enough.
I agree.
Yeah.
It's still a lot though, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah. And we're being vague about what pick are these. That's important too.
Well, what were the numbers? 3,
let's
3,
say
5.
Yeah, so it was 5, 7, 8, I think, or 5, 7, 9. I'll get it back. That's all good. 5, 7, 9, and 11. So they don't even have 4 top 10 picks.
But they'd be able to offer futures, wouldn't they?
Yeah, yeah. Well, if they went 5, 7, 9 and Tasmania's future first, which is probably pick 1, that's a thick offer.
That's a thickie.
Yeah, that's probably where Collingwood would consider it.
I'm talking to this from the perspective as well that Collingwood find themselves they do find themselves. I know they're kind of communicating that they're not particularly worried about this, but their demographic looks concerning.
Yeah.
There's no avenue in the future anywhere that we can see where they're going to be able to bring in talented players. So I don't know. Just a thought. Nick Dacos gets his money. Collingwood get their picks.
Would you rather be Tasmania right now or Collingwood in the state that they're in, but with the amount of brand power that they have and the ability to attract players? I think I'd still rather be a Collingwood fan than a Tassie fan.
Oh, which fan would I rather be?
Yeah, I mean, but that's tied to like success over the next 10 years. You'd rather have Dacos and be Collingwood with a lopsided list and the ability to get a Zach Butters still.
Yeah. I mean, I think a lot of that, though, comes from often in these situations, it comes from belief, almost like our belief in the brand of Collingwood.
Yeah.
Because we know that they deliver.
It's real.
Yeah.
Sometimes, isn't it the definition of, power lies with those who people believe has power, not actually who has power.
Yeah. It kind of is. Like it's all sort of made up. It's like.
Yeah, it's Fugazi.
It's Fugazi. So, I suppose Collingwood, but yeah.
So that ties back to the question of like, well, then you'd probably rather hold Dacos and find other ways to rebuild your list.
Yeah.
But it's a nice idea.
See, I don't even think that would be necessarily the best.
Sure.
I think I spoke about Tassie last year when we were talking about like what sort of players. I don't really think they should go for the single superstar.
No, that's true.
Necessarily. It's not really what they should be about for me.
Yeah.
They should go for some like aging, like Luke Parker types. You know, those sort of like workman-like type players at the back end of their career that can kind of support the younger guys. And then I think they want to like on some level have some element of the team that's like homegrown as well. I know they're not totally, they can't make the team of homegrown players or anything like that, but there's got to be some part of that to sell to their own fans and make their own kind of destiny, I think, with that.
We still didn't actually answer the question. I'm just going to go through the uncontracted players at the end of 27 who are not free agents, because presumably Tassie can just sign free agents. So like Ben Keys is a unrestricted free agent for Adelaide end of next year.
Yep.
But we didn't ignore him. So Isaac Rankin, technically, he'd probably fit the quality. He'd be a top 10 pick easily, like pick 5 for Isaac Rankin at least.
I reckon if you're Adelaide, like this is for Tassie you're talking about?
Yeah.
I reckon you'd have to give at least 2 top 10 picks for Isaac Rankin.
Yeah. Wow.
I think
he's not a free agent, so yeah.
Yeah. Because everyone's got Tassie, in that sense, everyone's got Tassie over a barrel to sort of say that like we're going to want overs for this.
Yeah. Yeah, it's true. Yep. For moving down quickly to Brisbane, Kai Lohmann and Logan Morris.
What are they worth?
I'm listing players that I think are rough, like going to cost you a first round pick to different extents. Like Kai Lohmann and Logan Morris are both on that list.
I feel like Kai Lohmann, you're probably talking like a pick in the teens. Does that sound fair to you?
Probably in the top 12, like maybe pick 11. 11 or 13.
Probably for Tassie.
Yeah, I mean, if he has another good year like this year, I don't know. At the end of September, like we remember Kai Lohmann as a very good player.
I still feel like he doesn't actually have the home and away season.
Sure.
Season.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, has he kicked like 50 goals in a season?
No, I doubt it. I don't think so. No. But I think probably like one of the later picks there, Kai Lohmann.
Yep.
Carlton probably don't have anyone that is out of contract at that time. I'm only going straight to the uncontracted players, end of 27. Same with Collingwood. De Goey.
When's Walsh's contract?
He just signed.
He re-signed.
He just signed. De Goey's probably a bit old to really garner a pick that high by the end of next year.
And he's not the sort of player I think you would go for like an older.
Yeah. Essendon, Nick Martin.
Yeah. What would Nick Martin be worth? That's interesting. Like, do you think with some of those guys, like a Nick Martin, you somewhat take into consideration the fact that he was an SSP, and it's sort of it almost like devalues him a little bit.
You shouldn't.
But did you have that with like say Lockie Schultz when he went to Collingwood? I always thought like he's sort of a guy that he's still on he's on the scrap heap a little bit?
Nah, I didn't.
You don't consider that at all?
No, well, generally I would say no, but also being an Eagles fan in Perth at the time, maybe. I think I was in Perth at the time when that happened. Maybe I was in England. But I was well aware how important Lockie Schultz was rated to Fremantle. I always thought that was probably about right.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking of Freo, they probably don't have anyone other than Alex Pearce who may end up at Tassie.
Because of his origins.
Yeah. Geelong moving down. Ollie Henry, Sam de Koning. Tom Stewart will be out of contract, as will Jeremy Cameron, but none of these. We're probably talking about guys in their prime.
I mean, de Koning would be maybe someone they'd look at.
Yeah, Sam de Koning, yep.
Potentially.
Matty Rowell will be out of contract, as will Noah Anderson.
I think Matty Rowell would be a good one.
Totally. Yeah.
To go for, yeah.
Yeah.
What would he cost?
Right now, he'd easily cost the 2 top 10 picks.
2.
I'd say he's probably on that caliber.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. Certainly not less.
No.
I don't think he should cost more. If he had 5 and 7, that's a fair trade for Matthew Rowell.
What would he have? If you were Matthew Rowell, what would you have to get paid?
Oh, well into the 2s.
Yes.
Yeah.
2 million per season.
Yeah. I don't know if he'd get that at Gold Coast at the moment.
Was the conversation around Nick Dacos, we didn't really talk about the money, but was that discussed in the media as potentially 10 years at 3 million?
So I saw a clip on Swoop Luke's Instagram where Brody Holland, that's his co-host, isn't it, Dutchie?
Yes.
He says that he's heard that the Dacos offer is 3 million.
Oh, that came from him. Maybe I probably
but
saw
it was
that.
on April 1st.
Oh.
And Swoop Luke had posted some fuckery that day. I love Swoop.
Okay.
So I would take that with a grain of salt. I'm not sure if that's true. Maybe in the chat. Let us know. Slob in the Hob has also dropped a super chat. Thank you so much on YouTube saying, do you guys think Harry Mackay is a big soft flop?
Do I think it's a big soft flop? No, I don't. I think he's one of the best contested marking forwards in the competition. Do I think sometimes he's when he's up and about, when he's playing well and he's got confidence, but I do think he's a player that lacks confidence, which means that you don't get that representation from. You have just crashed on OBS. Forgive us, guys. Let us know on Sideline if you can still hear us. It doesn't appear that YouTube is coming through at the moment. Seems to be okay on YouTube. Yeah, if you let us know in both chats. I don't think we ever lost Sideline, from what I can tell. Okay, Baz says we can hear. Sorry, we just thought we might have lost the stream there, but we're all good. The viewers dropped and then it's come back up, so I don't know if it just crashed and came back. Doesn't matter. I think we're all good now. The Tom Green conversation that I was just having there, I think it's because he's from, I think his dad was in the military and they moved around a lot, and his kind of base for quite a while was Canberra. Yes. So he doesn't have that same attachment to a place as other players. You kind of go Joe Fonte, he's from WA, so he's probably going to want to go back to WA at some point. Sure. He doesn't have that. Yeah, I'm with you. I think, honestly, though, a lot of that 2019 crop gets linked to Tassie because that's their free agency year. True. So it may just be as simple as that. But, yeah, interesting. T7JT says, Sideline is still working. Thank you, mate. And I think we're all good here. So I'll just keep working through some GWS players to answer the question. Oh, no, that was GWS. Hawthorn, Will Day. Again, free agent, though, so we'll probably look past him. Yep. I suppose, though, at the risk of making it murky, even though they're free agent, it could be restricted and matched for a trade. Yeah. So it's worth mentioning. Will Day is a tricky one, isn't he? Mm. With where his career is poised. Yeah. Just the injury stuff. That's right. Melbourne will have Trent Rivers out of contract, Harrison Petty, and Xavier Lindsay. Do you remember when Adelaide were willing to give up 2 first-rounders for Harrison Petty? Mm. Yeah. I was in the UK then. End of 23, maybe? Yeah, I reckon that's about right. Yeah. Bullet dodged? Probably at this early stage. What else did they do with those picks, I wonder? Was Curtin one of them? I reckon he would have been.
Because I think they live traded for Curtin.
Yeah, so one of them would have been leveraged.
Conceivably, one of those picks that would have cost them Daniel Curtin without absolutely double checking that.
And that would have been, I reckon, perhaps the Sid Draper pick may have been involved in the. Would it have been a future?
It would have been the
first?
next year. Yeah. Shit, because Adelaide finished bottom 4. Yeah, of course. That being said, Sid Draper hasn't necessarily fired a shot yet, but still, you wouldn't give up that for Harrison Petty right now.
No. I mean, you wouldn't. I wouldn't give up Curtin alone.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Slob in the Hob has dropped another super chat. Says H would be the least intimidating big man in the AFL.
You're really on this one.
Strong thoughts. But thank you for the super chat. Interesting. North Melbourne out of contracts will be Hugo Makunda.
They'll go big for him.
Yeah. No worries. Matt Whitlock will be out of contract. Finn O'Sullivan will also be out of contract, and Blake Threadgold. So guys who have just, we haven't seen yet really. Port Adelaide, Moraes. Obviously not really close to costing that at the moment, but I'm thinking end of next year, could it be different? Miles Bergman will be a restricted free agent. Is that right? Yeah, because he signed a 2-year with a +7 on it. So that could be another player that leaves Port Adelaide.
Yeah, and speaking about this for getting the capital up for Dougie Cochran and Zems Pilot in the 2027 draft. So there's a conversation there about the Port Adelaide actually need these guys to leave to actually give them the capital to be able to match.
Louis Salopek as well. I don't know how high these guys are. It's pretty far out to know for sure.
It's pretty far out to know. I mean, they were good at 16s level, top level. I think particularly Pilot is the one.
Yeah, imagine though that Port Adelaide just completely get out of, not I want to say get out of jail, but if they completely circumvent this whole list crisis because they've got these players, that'd be an outstanding result for them.
Well, it's kind of similar to Carlton, to be fair.
Yeah,
that's in some ways come out of nowhere with trading up for Jagger into Harry Dean into Cody Walker.
Yes, that's right. Port also have Bergman, Georgiades, who may go west as we've read this week. Richmond. I think a bunch of their draftees last year will be out of contract. So Lawler, Houghton. So, I mean, there's always a chance that somebody comes knocking for them, but it does seem unlikely they would lose one of those players.
You'd think not.
Who they have from Tassie? Sam Banks is from Tassie though.
Yeah, Seth
Campbell. He's out of contract. Yeah, Seth Campbell's not out of contract on this list. But Sam Banks, that could genuinely be a big target for Tasmania.
Yep.
Alex Taru for St Kilda.
Yeah. So that 2024 crop, a lot of those guys are coming out.
Yep. Naz will also be out of contract. You'd think no hope to go to Tassie though. And Travalia.
Why no hope for Naz?
Isn't he SA or bust?
Well,
I thought it was he doesn't necessarily want to leave St Kilda. It's just about the being back at home.
Yeah, I suppose circumstances change though, don't they? In the sense that what if St Kilda in 2 years have shit the bed and then Tassie offer a multitude of money?
Yeah, well, from what I've heard, I think it's Port that he ends up at.
Okay.
Yeah.
Tassie could offer more though.
Yeah, you'd think so. Yeah. Mind you, with the list position Porter are going to be in, I don't think they'd have too much worries with a big offer themselves.
Yep.
Sydney, just moving through the list, Chad Warner will be out of contract. Again, more linked to a move west. Other than that, I'm trying to find a significant player like Ned Bowman, I don't know anything about. Jevon Philippou, Jesse Totoli. None of these are established players outside of Chad Warner.
Yep.
Doesn't mean it won't be one of them. Brodie Grundy could be. But again, getting back to the question, Brodie Grundy in 2 years probably not worth a top 10 pick. So
no, exactly.
West Coast won't really have anyone worth chasing that will be worth that pick. I mean, Ruben Jinby would probably be the one in 2 years' time. He wouldn't be a bad get.
When's Harley's contract? He'd be the one.
I think the year after that.
Yeah, okay.
I think the year after that.
He'd be the wanted man.
Yeah.
100%.
And then the Western Bulldogs, Cody Waitman.
Cody Waitman. He is close to a return to the VFL.
Yeah.
He feels like someone to me that if they get this right, he could put the Western Bulldogs right in the premiership window
Yeah.
with his return.
Well, they're probably there.
I mean, they're probably there anyway,
Yeah.
but that would be like a proper top-end small forward, which I don't think they really have right now.
No, that's true.
That's probably the one area. Well, they key defenders as well, but
Yeah.
they're managing that at the
Yeah.
moment. It's chronic, but they're managing it.
Just sorry, going back to the Harley Reid question, he'll be out of contract end of 28, I think. But that if he was to move clubs, it probably would be end of 27.
Okay.
So that would technically make him a contender for Tassie. I
Do you
think
see
he would
that-
be contracted though.
Do you still worry about his departure, or are you pretty confident that, I mean, things are looking more positive for West Coast at the beginning of this season, but I guess you never know.
Yeah, I think I've got some confidence that he's committed to what we've got building and has faith in it from everything I can tell. I've thought since the day we drafted him, we'll probably have him till free agency. So if I had to offer a prediction, I'd say he'll probably sign another 3-year extension, and then it'll be where is West Coast at when that contract comes to be signed. Because if we're right in the mix, he might be tempted to stay. But I think if we're off the mark for, say, even close to top 4, then you can see why he'd be tempted to join a Victorian powerhouse. I don't really think Tasmania is a massive contender for Harley Reid. I can't imagine him leaving this project at West Coast to then do it all again at Tasmania.
You know, like we say that word that you just used there, though, that Victorian powerhouse, it's just happens to be at a time where there kind of isn't a Victorian powerhouse.
Yeah.
If you look at all of the teams, like it has been Collingwood, which are just the obvious one. If your free agency is up, you go there, but you are double thinking that a little bit more now.
Yeah, like right at this moment, Collingwood isn't as attractive to play for as maybe 24 months ago, but I still think that between them, Geelong and Hawthorn, like they're kind of
Hawks are the one.
They're perpetually attractive in a way. Maybe Collingwood in the mid-teens era slipped out of that a little bit, and Hawthorn, for about 3 or 4 years there, around the pandemic kind of frame. That's probably where they dropped out.
But
Geelong have never
then Richmond
really
were there.
That's right. Yeah. So, as you said, it's the big club experience as well, playing at the G or, living in Geelong. So many of these players want to enjoy.
Seems crazy to me, but living in Geelong.
I've still never been to Geelong. I might actually head down there this weekend.
It doesn't scream metropolitan footballer famous lifestyle, but I also understand that that's the appeal.
I think a lot of the players they attract back there are country boys, aren't they? Jeremy Cameron and Harley Reid's that as well.
Yeah, and like Cameron, for example, is actually from that Western Victoria.
Yeah.
I forget the town name. Is it Dartmouth or something?
Yeah, I think you're right, actually.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah,
like the Peep Show University.
Oh, it's broad.
I have a broad foot. Anyway, we'll get back to this game because we got stuck on that question. That was a great question from Lewis.
That was. You really...
we became a poor version of gettable for a minute there.
We did. Actually, speaking of gettable, draft rule changes are potentially locked in almost.
Oh, really?
They have not been confirmed, but I think it was this morning actually that Cal Toomey was on maybe 3AW or SEN. I can't remember the platform. I probably should do my homework a little bit better there. But no free agency compo in the top 10 has been shut down by the AFL PA because I think it'll restrict player movement too much. So there was the idea floated by the AFL that, for example, what you guys got with Oscar Allen, that would not have happened inside the top 10. So that pick that you guys got at pick 2 for Cooper Duff Tytler would be 11 of how that would have fallen based on the proposed rules by the AFL. That has been shut down by the AFL PA.
So I just don't understand why it would stifle player movement. I suppose you could say that the Eagles would have made it harder in that scenario, but...
That's it.
But it would have still happened, I would have thought.
Yeah,
but he's not contracted to West Coast, so they could force a trade. And I suppose you could say that Brisbane probably couldn't have traded anything worth.
No,
Oscar
but
Allen,
you guys could have matched. Like, would you have?
Yeah.
So the idea is that from the AFL PA's point of view, that if that situation happened again, West Coast would say pick 11's just not worth it to us.
Sure.
So we'll just match.
Yeah. So we presumably would have done that, but he can still decline that contract with us.
Okay.
So he can still request a trade as per usual.
Yes.
So I still think he gets to Brisbane no matter what.
Well, maybe, but does it just make it more difficult and take some control out of the players' hands?
I'd say the biggest loser in that scenario is West Coast for sure, but I still think he would have gotten to Brisbane.
Yeah, for sure. The second half is underway. Finn O'Sullivan goes inside 50 and Lockie Cowan takes a game-saving mark.
Yeah, it was a strong mark, actually.
Yeah. Tassie boy.
Yeah, true. Actually, was he on the list?
He might have already signed.
Might have done.
He's an interesting one, Lockie Cowan. I like his aerial game. He's pretty tough. Disposal's a bit 50-50. He's Adam Chera.
I feel like his disposal was one of the things that was highlighted as a positive when he was drafted.
Yeah, okay.
Some players go that way though.
Yeah, I mean
Liam Duggan was that for us.
Yeah. I think that was perhaps like someone like a Josh Lindsay to you guys. Like how is it going to cross over into the AFL level when the pressure and the intensity is up?
I mean, immediately comparing the Duggan with Lindsay is so much more a better kick.
Feels calmer.
And I think at any point Duggan's never been able to kick like that.
Yeah.
I think it was just 2014 era. Ooh, good kick.
Good kick, yeah.
But at the risk of going down a tangent on Duggan, but I think he actually hits the ball really well with a really nice velocity, but it's always just 2 feet higher than it should be.
Is Duggan not a victim, but what's the word for it? Like, sometimes like the left foot kick just looks aesthetic.
He looks aesthetic, yeah. But it is also like you can just tell without even seeing where the ball ends up. You can tell like when someone hits the ball well.
Yes.
And it's not just the kicking action, but it's also the way the ball travels in the air.
And it's the sound.
Yeah. So I suppose as an extension of that, yes, there's probably that.
Totally. There's so many things built into kicking. Like there's the decision-making part of it as well.
Yeah.
That has a big part. Sheasel gets wrapped up in Carlton's 50. Carlton look like they have come out to play in this second half, which is rare for them.
That's true. I mean, it had to happen eventually. They'd have some sort of response and they'd be able to navigate these second halves better, but it is also only early. Cripps with a snap to the top of the goal square. Who is that? Comben.
Comben does that.
And his opponent stays down. And Harry Mackay, one of the softest players in the AFL we've just heard in Super Chats.
I knew Comben was going to do that then from a mile away. He does that all the time where he can't, like, there's almost a lack of self-awareness from him where he comes in and has no care for his own safety, and it looks very brave. Like, watch this again here on the replay. He comes in absolute scatterbrain and just crashes the pack, knocks everyone out, and then the ground level players.
He needed to affect that ball. If you're going to run off your man like that, he needed to impact that. And while there was courage in that, he didn't actually impact where the ball ended up at all.
No, he tried to mark it.
Yeah. And it would have been outstanding had he done it, but that was his man who stayed down and kicked the goal, so it was costly.
Horrendous play. Horrendous. Chris 0508 says, low-key kind of mad that West Coast playing well. No, we don't want a washed up Cripps. I'll put another 3-rounder on the table for him. Cripps, as in Jamie?
I'm going to presume Patrick. No, Patrick, yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah, gotcha. Because he was... I don't think you guys need to get Patrick Cripps. That's out in the full.
All things being equal, at this current stage in time, we are so much better with Elliot Yeo in the team, and with his body being iffy, like I'll reassess that at the end of the year. And if Yeo doesn't get on the park much, I probably would go down that path.
Elliot Yeo's got like so many more ways that he can hurt you than Patrick Cripps right now.
Yeah, he just struggles to get on the park. Like he is having genuine impact as a forward. But I still think I think West Coast would do it if Patrick Cripps genuinely wanted to play, which I don't expect, by the way. I'm skeptical that he would leave Melbourne to come back to West Australia.
Yeah, he feels like a guy that would want to protect his legacy, right?
There's that, and he's loyal, and he's the captain, right?
He's a captain.
And then on top of that, he's from Carlton, so he would have lived in Perth for like a year, maybe a little bit longer than that. But like, there's also not overrate the fact that he was 18 when he left, and he's 30 now.
Yeah,
like he's lived an entire life.
It's totally normal for him just to live wherever he lives right now.
He's far more from Melbourne than he is from Perth. So I'm skeptical that there would genuinely be a desire to play in Perth.
Yeah, completely. I think it's different for someone like a Lockie Neal who has had has moved clubs in the past.
Mhm.
He's gone from Freo to Brisbane, so he's been the captain up there. He's not the captain right now. It would be it's a different vibe,
Yeah,
isn't it, than the Patrick Cripps situation?
And there's a personal incentive to potentially to be in Perth. He's not even from Perth,
yes.
so like, it is a vastly different situation.
Yeah, but like you said, it's almost debatable whether Patrick Cripps is from Perth in a way.
Yeah. Yeah, the only thing would be like family who would live in Perth, but he is not from Perth, so I don't even know if that's true.
Like you would suggest that his partner would not be from Perth?
Presumably, yeah. I could be wrong on that, but the odds seem low.
Yep. Lewis Young has the ball on centre wing.
Got 81 on YouTube. Thanks for being here, guys. Chuck a like on the stream. We have about half a dozen on Sideline as well. So for those unaware, Sideline is audio only, but it's less delay. So we can react to things much quicker with lower latency.
In real time, as they say.
It's a great platform.
Almost
so come say g'day in that chat. A T7JT on Sideline says, I think Cripps being ineffective as a forward and less of a midfield standout probably makes it less impactful for West Coast. I think that's a really good point, to be honest.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that. Joel Falconer says, Trembath has had such an almost game. I agree with you there. A lot of hands on a lot of balls.
Yeah.
But not actually taking the mark.
No, that sounds eerily similar. Actually, no, I'm just going to stop making that joke.
What was it? A lot of hands on a lot of balls.
Yeah, I was going to say, it doesn't matter.
That is the sort of thing
I need to let a few go every now and then.
You prey on that.
Yeah.
It's funny. When I point you to it, often you won't be ready for it.
Yeah, that's true.
Carlton work the ball out from stoppage here. They go towards the 50. Who's it? That's
Evans?
Frankie Evans.
Francis, yeah.
Yep. And we have, I'm just looking at the disposals here. So Jagger Smith's having a far quieter game. 6 disposals
Wow.
so far.
I feel like I remember all of them.
Yeah, I reckon.
So I remember thinking he was having a good game. Maybe because it's Jagger, you just sort of immediately pay more attention because there's some intrigue around him.
The thing is with Jagger Smith, I think he's a great player. I'm still completely comfortable. I know he comes in and he has a 30 possession game, and everyone's like, "Oh, how could he not be taken with it?" There's all of that talk where he should have gone in the draft. I'm completely comfortable with a player like that going at somewhere between pick 3 and 7.
Yeah,
I think anywhere in there would have been fine.
Hollands, the Dutchman, has kicked a goal and stretches the lead to, I think, the highest lead it's been. 15 points to Carlton.
I'm concerned.
Carlton look like they want to come out and make a bit of a statement here by not falling asleep in this second half, and they've made a great start. Still not out of the woods.
Is Elijah Hollands, over the last 2 weeks, he's probably been one of their better players. And he was...
He's an enigma.
Someone made a really good point there. Stevens just... That's where Stevens kills you. The physics. Watch this. Watch this ball. Pick it up. Oh, no,
yeah.
No.
Oh, that's pathetic, isn't it, actually?
That's just absolutely pathetic.
Yeah. He just picked it up and ran away from him.
Just ran away from him, yep.
Yeah.
Little fumble, don't want the contact.
Not great.
Yeah. And that's why Sydney let him go.
Rangaz says, do you guys have much to do with other YouTubers in Melbourne? I found Pommy recently enjoy his content. Yeah, we've had Pommy on the show a couple of times. Before I started working with Dylan, I had him on the podcast as well. And then we had him on the draft show.
Yes. And we've been on his.
Yeah, we're on his. Yeah.
He does each year, he does a snake draft type thing, like a mock draft before the draft. And he brings on a bunch of content creators and we all kind of pick, we get put in an order and we get teams and we're kind of like their recruiters. We go through and we work it out. It's fun.
Yeah. I had a bit of a mare on his draft.
I can't remember who I took.
I traded down. I accepted the trade for the CDC pick. And with one of the picks, I took Hibbins Hargreaves.
I mean,
which looked okay at the time, but he went undrafted, making me look like an idiot. I don't know what was the reason. He's playing for Subiaco.
I feel like those things, though, that those kind of simulated games, it's like you just want to have fun with it, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. You do it for a bit of showmanship as well. I'm not going to say, no, I don't want to accept that trade. I want to stick to the to me order.
Yeah.
Like
I
I liked the trade. So
yeah, exactly. And you pick the players just because the player also like Noah Hibbins-Hargraves. It doesn't mean that he was a bad player.
no, it wasn't his footballing ability that saw him undrafted. I would imagine
No,
because he did enough to get drafted from an output point of view.
I think so. I think with him, it's heavily. I think from like stepping into this draft space a lot and speaking with a lot of recruiters, like it's surprising how much a player will get undrafted based on a lack of a defined position.
Yeah,
recruiters are looking a lot more at the importance of position.
Yep.
And I think he's a massive victim of that.
Yeah. But I mean, he had some big Coates Talent League games towards the end of the year, didn't he? He had like 40 and 20.
Yeah, games,
4 goals and 20 odd or something like that.
Yeah, exactly. So it's never all about the performance, as you see with a player like Dyson Sharp, who essentially dominated that draft year, dominated 16s, perfect character references, all of that kind of stuff, and he goes at 13, which is still relatively high. But if you were just judging it purely on output, you'd just pick a player like him at 1, right?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, or Ollie Greaves goes earlier.
Ollie Greaves goes earlier with the output. But yeah, the draft this year is going to be really, really interesting. There's a few questions coming through there, but I think there is still Cody Walker and Dougie Cochran, but it's less compromised than it was last year.
Yeah.
Which I think always makes it a little bit more interesting. It's the year before Tassie. It feels there's a couple of standouts at the top. Like I think Harry Van Hatten and Archie Butler are really, really good talents, particularly like Harry Van Hatten.
50 paid against Comben.
Comben's having a mare.
He put the ball on the ground instead of handing it back.
Yeah, well, you can't do that.
That's dumb. It's soft, but it was also a brain fade.
Yeah, I think we've kind of seen this from Comben. Oh, that was actually pretty unfair when I watched that. Like he actually barely picked it up in the first place.
Yeah. It was a technicality, but also even I would know not to do that.
Yeah,
that's true.
That's true. Walsh has kicked a goal.
Oh, the margin is now 20 points Carlton's way. Things looking ominous from North. They need to respond.
I'm scared.
I could see, like, it was just a one close-up shot of Carlton fans, but it looked like they were still pretty preserved. Yeah, as you would be.
I was going to say you fucking would be. Yeah. Like, I reckon they'd have to get at least like 50 points up in this game to feel completely calm.
Exactly.
Riff says any chance that Zane goes to West Coast. Harley was his mate plus Willem is at the club. So they all definitely, there's no doubt those guys, the boys, the Dersma boys, all have a relationship with Harley Reid. Mm-hmm. You see them together at like, sometimes they went to Talent League games to watch Willem. They're all hanging out, Xavier, Zane, Willem. Get the band back together.
Yeah.
You reckon?
I think we're a fair way off that kind of conversation.
You're like, yeah, not really keen.
No, I would be interested. I think we could use a player like Zane and Xavier.
Chris says, do all the Dersmas play the same position? No.
But there are similarities across all four.
Yeah.
Sorry, 3. I don't know too much about Yaz because different body type, but the 3 boys obviously have the same body type, really, just different lengths. I should have said heights. I didn't do that on purpose. I meant to say doesn't matter.
There's a bit of fire going on in this game. Comben seems to be at the centre of everything.
What's happened here? Was this
Hayward again?
Whack.
That's the second time Hayward's done a late. He got Finn O'Sullivan in the first quarter.
It was a little bit dumb.
He's given North Melbourne a free kick and a shot at goal. I want to get to that question of the Dersmas because I think people had a lot of trouble with this in Willem's draft year where because he was the brother of...
He's kicked a goal. Yes, continue.
Because he was the brother of, you're drafting... It was like whoever drafted Dersma last year for most of the season until it became a foregone conclusion and then I think people settled on it. They're like, yeah, okay, then fair enough. But at the beginning of the year, you would mock him to somebody at number 1 and it's like, oh, Dersma, like I don't want a Dersma, I've got the same guy. Willem is considerably more talented than the other 2.
Interesting.
I would say.
Yeah.
His combination of skill, like his ground level skills, his height, which gives him an aerial advantage. And then I think he's got a lot more competitiveness than say, particularly I think Xavier is quite competitive, but he lacks talent. I think Zane has a lot of talent, but maybe lacks competitiveness. And Willem, you get the package.
That's hot. Yeah. I see that. I mean, I think in his Rising Star Nom game, he not that contested possessions is the only metric for competitiveness, but out of the 20 possessions, 8 of them were contested. So for a guy who's needs some time in the gym, that's a pretty good balance of inside and outside play.
Yeah.
As Walsh has it wasn't even Walsh. Sorry, I think Walsh on the clearance. Brody Kemp has hit the post.
We need the next goal here.
Yeah.
We need the next goal. No doubt.
Very clean as well. I think that's what sets him, just looking at him on the field at the Eagles right now, Willem, he's just so one touch as well.
Yeah.
Which I think is one of the first things you notice about him being more talented than the guys around him.
There's always a thing where when you're watching like under 18 players, well, kind of any football, I suppose, in a way, but the standout attributes are probably less defined at AFL level because there's so many talented players on the field. But the first time I saw Willem, he's 190, so he's very, very tall.
Mm-hmm.
He's quite skinny, which also makes him very noticeable. But it's just like the way that he can move, has speed, changes direction, and then cleanly picks up the ball. Just totally like he looks like Ollie Dempsey, probably the body type. But he moves more smoothly.
Yeah. I think I've been obviously consuming a bit of Tom Mitchell content this week. We had our own highlights clip drop of when he joined us for our last watch along, and then Caden did a.
He's been
podcast.
Everywhere lately.
Yeah, it's been a big week for Tom.
Yeah.
But he was so big on cleanliness as a player, as an attribute, being probably underrated.
Yeah.
And how important it is to be high IQ, be able to hit the skill and be clean with the ball in hand. And you see, he makes a good point. Obviously, he's got a little bit of a bias there because he's sort of describing the traits that he had.
That he has,
He wasn't necessarily the tallest or the most athletic midfielder. But he is right. Like, so many gun players have made careers, including himself. He's a Brownlow medalist, of being that clean player who wasn't necessarily an athlete. So I do think perhaps it is probably still an underrated skill.
Yeah, for sure. I think particularly, and I think those kind of things, ball handling and stuff like that, is always probably something that clubs think we can teach them when they get there. But if they don't have, if they don't put the time into it, I think that's where like club culture becomes such a big thing. Like, what do you do when you get there?
Yeah.
What are the what do the leaders demand around those things, as far as like improving it and stuff like that as well. But you do find, I think like it's a great conversation and like almost like an evolutionary part of like watching younger players play, where you get a guy like a Tom Mitchell type that's like a smaller inside mid, like they just naturally get more cleaner because it's the thing that they use to set them apart.
That's
like
true.
That's their point of difference, where a really, really athletic player might have to develop that because they can use other skills to dominate.
Yeah.
So it just it all sort of all happens organically.
Yeah.
I think what you're finding with the rule changes and the way that the game's going is that you kind of can't just be that smaller player with good cleanliness and skills anymore.
Yeah.
Like, it's pretty rare.
There's naturally a point, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I remember Kane Corns actually like telling a story about Nate Fyfe, and he was kind of like, he had to go and tag Nate Fyfe. And
yeah, that's right.
At his peak, you know what I mean? And he's just like this athletic freak. He's way taller. He can run faster. And he's like, basically that was the point where I realized I couldn't play the game anymore.
I think the quote was, come on.
You bag of bones or something?
Yeah, old skinny, we're going to the goal square.
We're going to the goal. Yeah.
Bring your old skinny bones or something. And that was the moment Kane Corns realised he needed to retire. That's the way it was described anyway. It's Harry Mackay takes a mark.
Yeah.
About 30 from goal.
Shez just says, funny, as soon as the Blues go on a bit of a run, Dylan doesn't want to talk about the game. That's right.
No, we just got into some good, interesting topics there.
Yeah, good pickup though.
I actually didn't notice that. That being said, I am going to go to the bathroom and force you to cover Harry Mackay's shot on goal.
Oh, good. The big marshmallow. He's missed that.
He has.
He's bloody missed that. He's let us off the hook. Come on, Kirch. Let's bring this back in. Now it's Parker. Parker with a kick in duty. What's that? No, it's all right. Daniel's got it deep in defensive 50. We've got to be able to get this ball out. We're very pragmatic here. Aiden Core. He's going to go long, isn't he? Oh, no. Blameyer's over the top. We're really pinned back, though, here. He's probably got to go for that long, sort of slightly inside kick. He goes pretty wide. Get up there, Trembuff. Come on, over the back. Over the back. We're on. Larky. No. Dersma. No! Oh, fuck. No. He's hit the post. Christ, that would have been a big goal. Oh, dear. Joel Falconer says the Camporelli boys should be playing in this side. They have what Carlton need and could easily replace some spuds that are playing. I don't know if I necessarily agree with that, Joel. Watching them in the VFL today, like, I think they're good. They're good runners. They're good ball winners. But I think they're exactly the sort of player that Carlton have a ton of. Maybe they'd give a little bit more athleticism and run, but they definitely wouldn't give the outside polish. I don't think they have that. The kicking's a little bit poor. So I think unless they improve that, I think they won't be able to get into this team. Coast to Sammy says, "Do we be going for Tassie when they come in?" I should. I don't know how. I honestly don't know how I'm going to do that, because I will definitely have I'll have a vested interest in Tasmania for sure, and I'll really want them to do well. But I've supported North for my entire life as well, so it's kind of hard just to completely remove that. So I think there'll be a sort of, I don't know, maybe there'll be a transition period. But I think I'll go for both, if you can do that. KB Sports Fantasy, do you reckon Colby McKercher is wasted off half back? Think he would be better suited off the wing or half forward, where he needs to take the game on rather than sideways it off half back? I do. And I think North have tried that, but I don't think he is robust enough at the moment to play in the forward half of the ground. Every time he's played that position where he's gone to like a half forward flank, comes up to stoppage, he gets pushed off the ball too easily. There'll be incidences where he, goes in for a contested ground ball and he kind of just doesn't quite go hard enough. So I think they're protecting him at half back and trying to kind of build that more contested part of his game. But yeah, he doesn't have the physicality of someone like an Errol Goulden at this point, but he does have the silky skills. Pal, please, pal.
Oh, he's hit it, Dersma. So what did Dersma... Oh, did he play on there?
Oh.
50. No.
50. Okay. He didn't move.
Yeah, no, Young's a little unlucky, but at the same time, you got to play to the whistle. And he didn't call play on, and Young overstepped.
To be fair on Dersma, he never moved. Like, he didn't move his feet.
Yeah.
He just... Can you do that? Can you just balk the handball?
I think you can. I think you can't take a step.
You can't take a step.
I think somewhere along the line the rule changed, like it got more specific, and it's a step, I think, is the rule.
Yeah.
I don't know if they've changed it back, but that was my understanding.
I thought so.
What did Dersma do when I heard screaming while I was in the bathroom?
So we had a sort of a, was it a transition? It wasn't a transition, but I got over the back of a stoppage. It was from a kick in. Not a stop. Got over the back of a contest up the line. And we were sort of running the ball inside 50. Dersma got on the end of a chain, had a little boomerang from about 10, 15 metres out. And
Confirmed he did not step.
Yeah.
Sorry. Yeah.
And he hit the post.
Oh, okay. Unlucky.
It was just a big opportunity. Did he kick? Oh, well, he's going to kick the goal.
He did kick it. Yeah. We're back to 10 points. 51 plays 61. That is a goal that North Melbourne actually did really need. Coleman Jones, not Coleman Smith.
Coleman Smith.
Who's Coleman Smith?
That's no one.
He's played a good game.
Yeah, he's been good the last 2 weeks.
As has Dersma. He's having a pretty good game, I would say.
Yeah.
Starting to showcase his talents, as Joel Falconer says in the chat. We also have another chat in Sideline. We've got 9 in the chat in Sideline. Thank you so much for joining us on that brand new platform where you're listening to us with 0 or sub 1 second latency. I should be specific.
Sub at 1 second. Yeah, you get that instantaneousness. So if you want to you can have the game on in the background. You can have Sideline going, and you've got everything coming into your ears. It's pretty much like it's commentary.
Like we're in the same room.
You could say that.
One would say, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. It is a Good Friday after all. T7JT says, given how far Young overstepped, I think it was very fair. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Oh, LDU.
Oh,
how's he gone this season?
LDU?
Gee, Powell's had a real mixed game, and I think it's been more bad than good, to be honest.
You also get to do stuff like this, which directly supports the boys. Kangaroo.
Hey, that is a text to voice message that you can send in Sideline. So go check it out if you haven't already. There is a link pinned in the YouTube chat as well.
I'd love to get some voice messages. Maybe.
That'd be great. No, do it.
Do it.
Absolutely.
Do it. You mentioned Powell.
Yep.
Tommy Powell. Yeah, I just don't think I mean, in fairness to him, he did hit that kick into, that was a nice piece of play, but I think it was probably a low difficulty rating for him. But he just doesn't have the finishing ability, doesn't have that kind of polish on top, I feel.
Made some errors.
Lewis Young's having a bit of a stinker at the moment.
He is, yeah. He's getting very frustrated. Very handsome man, though.
Yeah. Yeah, he'd do very well with partners.
I love how you made it gender neutral. I could feel it because my mind was doing the same thing. I was like, we should just. Here we go, Powell. Oh, it's an interesting skill execution and decision, and that is not worked out. The ball will be thrown in about 40 metres from North's goal, 45.
10 points down, 2 minutes to go in the third quarter.
So still plenty of time.
Oh, we've got a free kick there.
Yeah, interesting. Was it ruled on the full?
Must have been. That's weird.
Wooden Spoon Data says Carlton just holding on. Are we seeing this? It hasn't been for a large patch of this quarter because Carlton have been fairly good this quarter.
Zaha!
But at this point, if North get this one here, Carlton might go into their heads.
Good attack from Dilston.
Oh, great hands by Wardlaw. That was
man.
outstanding. And Stevens,
Damn it.
was a poor mistake, to be honest.
Hit Wiedering.
Yeah. Carlton are out the back here.
They've got numbers over the top. Wardlaw, though.
That was brilliant from Wardlaw. That deserved to be finished off with a goal because then that would be played all week.
Guess who North Melbourne's number one? I'm making this very easy for you to guess. Guess who our number one rated player is in the comp right now?
Zane Dersma. Tom Powell.
No, it's Wardlaw.
Really?
He's played one game.
Okay.
But he is...
Was that against Essendon, I presume?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I just think that shows the quality of the man.
Agreed.
That he can come in and do that.
Another player that probably shouldn't be graded on the same level as Archie Roberts.
No.
In our ranking system.
Oh, Comben just looks so concerning today. I just feel like he's going to get outmarked every ball.
Oh.
Taylor Byrne. He was one that I really liked in his draft. What happened here? Off the shin of Frankie Evans, it didn't look right, did it?
Cripps.
No.
Can't quite. Oh, Jagger.
Oh, my God.
Jagger gets the goal. Carlton get... All the goals feel much needed at the moment. Carlton, despite having the lead, you just think they need to keep kicking goals to stay out of their heads a little bit. And equally, North Melbourne can't get too much further behind.
Oh, they played it deliberate, says New Heaven.
Oh, right.
Coast to Sammy says, Dill, would you rather Foss or Willem?
Oh, here's a good one.
That's a good one. Very close.
I got an answer.
Yeah, I bet you do.
No, I think Willem is higher on talent. But I think for North, would you rather a Foss type than a Willem? I think Foss is probably more what you need at North.
Foss is more... Foss plays with like a greater physicality than Willem.
Yeah.
But I do think...
I don't know, you'd be happy with both, wouldn't you?
You would. I do agree. I think Willem's probably got the...
It's got the upside, probably.
Yeah.
They both have upside, but... Oh, Mackay.
God,
this is big for Carlton. In the last 30 seconds, they have the chance to kick 2 goals with Mackay taking a mark, 30 from goal.
I feel like Charlie Comben is just all over the place today.
T7 in the sideline chat says with the number of 0 or 1 goal quarters Carlton have had, they need to keep scoring. That's true. This is big for them mentally.
It doesn't, as a North fan, it doesn't feel like Carlton need goals right now.
I
know the outside narrative would be that, but I don't think we're going to be able to do a Melbourne in this game.
I know what you mean, but I think everyone's also intrigued as to, wow, Mackay is running and jumping like he's won the World Cup.
They're like, we've got
a weird reaction. What is that about? I mean, I know it's a big goal, but like, bit of carry on.
Far out. I guess it was on the siren.
Yeah.
Is that the?
Yeah. I mean, yeah. I think that just shows how much pressure they're under.
It feels a little bit, I guess, like desperate to be playing with that amount of emotion, even though I know everything's exterior, but you'd think they'd kind of be keeping a lid on it and saying, we're playing North at Marvel in round 4.
Yeah. So I presume Carlton would have won that quarter pretty significantly. What was the halftime score?
Yeah, it was 4 points, wasn't it?
Can't remember.
It was 5-7 to 6-4.
Yeah. So Carlton kicked 5 goals 3 in that quarter to North 2 goals 2. So all over him.
Yeah.
And it is at a dangerous point for North here.
Almost said Port Adelaide there.
I don't know why.
Do you think Caleb Daniels' latest haircut, and I know you don't see it a lot because of the helmet, but he looks a bit like Jay from In-Betweeners?
I need to see it again. Yeah, a tiny bit. Yeah.
It's like that real.
He's actually always had really nice hair.
Oh, has he?
Yeah, generally speaking, like.
He had like a longer.
It's always striking because I never see him with his helmet off. And then when I see him, I'm like, who's that?
Yeah.
And then I'm like, yeah, he scrubs up pretty well, actually.
I mean, I generally speaking, wouldn't say that Jay from In-Betweeners has nice hair.
No. That in that photo, I get your point. It also gives a little bit of Dyson Heppel.
Okay.
Oh, and now I've seen it bigger on my screen. Yeah, it's not a great photo.
Let's see. Yeah.
Yeah, that is giving Jay from In-Betweeners.
It's very rounded.
But over the years, he's generally had like nice hairstyles.
I like that. So, okay. Carlton have finally won a second half quarter.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, it came against North Melbourne. This is exactly what I said was going to happen pre-game.
Mm-hmm.
What's going to happen now? What do North have to do to get back into this game?
I'd like to see a quarterly breakdown of like contested ball numbers because it felt like Carlton probably won that quarter in that, which I think has been a problem for them.
It did feel like that quarter was a quarter of halves at the same time as well. Yeah. Like beginning of the quarter, Carlton were well on top and we couldn't get our game going. And then late, it did feel like they were hanging on a little bit.
Yeah, but they scored when North didn't.
They did.
When North had the dominance, they didn't. I feel like those turnovers are costing North.
Yeah.
Some really bad turnovers.
And I think this was like coming out of the Essendon game, if you're a pessimistic North Melbourne fan, you would have said, if we play a slightly better team that can hurt us a little bit more on turnover, they will.
Yeah. Mind you, that has not been Carlton's A game this year.
It hasn't.
But you've been burned today.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. And I think that just shows you where Essendon are at.
You're actually +4 in contested ball across the game.
Yeah.
So I'm not sure what the third quarter stats were. It's probably just the turnover piece. You've had 9 marks inside 50 to their 2.
They would be beating us for inside 50s, wouldn't they? They'd be winning the territory.
I'd imagine.
And the clearances, I reckon.
Inside 50s +2.
No, it's less than I thought.
Clearances, they would be in front. They are +8. So pretty significantly ahead in clearances.
Yeah.
Obviously struggling a little bit without Tristan Cherry.
I would say that you put Tristan Cherry into our team and that just... Like, can you imagine when you've got a player like Tristan Cherry that's kind of been the fulcrum of your team for the last 2 seasons?
Fulcrum.
I like that word.
That was good.
You've got to then not have his availability there. You've got to change the way that you play so much. Like the way they would have to be so much more defensive at stoppages without that dominance.
That's true.
They can't be proactive going forward. So it changes the way that they play a lot.
Absolutely. It's not just the lack of Tristan Cherry, though. It's a lack of any decent replacement because if you had to guess, so Pitney's on 27 hit-outs. Guess who the second-ranked player is? It's not Coleman Jones.
Is it a North player?
It is a North player.
Jack Darling.
No, it's Cooper Trembath with 6 hit-outs.
Wow.
So he's tied with Coleman Jones, but it goes 27 Pitney, then 6 to Trembath, 6 to Coleman Jones, then 4 to Darling and 1 to Lewis Young. Now, it's not just raw hit-outs that Tristan Cherry provides, but it's also the hit-outs. It's worth with the clearances, it's worth mentioning.
I think what the thing that you forget with, or people, I suppose, like outside North wouldn't realise as much with Tristan Cherry is just around stoppages, Tristan Cherry keeps the ball locked in so much.
Yeah.
Like he stops you getting away from those stoppages. So like his tackle numbers are always 6, 7, 8 for the game.
6, 7.
6, 7, yeah. So he does a lot more. I think you've got to question selection here of Coleman Jones.
Who would have Taylor Goad? Is he close?
Well, he played VFL today. So yes. But like the debatable thing would be like, okay, if you don't think Taylor Goad's ready, you don't want to give him that call up. Like what has Callum Coleman Jones produced that he couldn't have at least got a learning experience from.
Yeah. Yeah,
Would
I
be
totally agree.
He's much more athletic,
Yeah.
Taylor Goad. So like he at least would have been able to jump from a centre bounce perspective. I think he would have given us maybe even something on top of what Sherry does, because Sherry's not that jumping ruckman.
No.
Yeah, it's interesting.
We got 94 across the two platforms, YouTube and Sideline. Thank you so much for being here, guys. If you could chuck a like on the YouTube stream as well, that'd be very helpful. And check out Sideline if you haven't already. The link is in the top of the YouTube chat. So come along and listen with less delay and enjoy it. There's another chat there.
We're about to get underway here. 22 points is the margin. CCJ, Pitnet stare each other down in the middle of Marvel Stadium.
A big quarter.
It's a huge quarter.
I do want North to win.
What does this mean?
I think it depends what you mean by that question. LDU has run out to the wing for that clearance. He's gone inside 50. Zane deserved to bring it down. Lucky.
Yes.
Finds Trembath. Great start for North. This is exactly what Carlton didn't want and what North needed.
Is Wiedering knocked out?
He is looking a bit dazed. Oh, what's happened here? Okay, they've taken the ball off Trembath, but I think he might still have the free kick because he seems chill. They might actually be a concern over. Oh no! So for those who are only listening, Zane Dersma flew high for a screamer. His knee hit the back of Wiedering's head. Wiedering is still on the ground.
I hate those ones.
Yeah, it looks like there might be blood because they're holding a towel to the back of Wiedering's head. They've stopped play. That's a worry. That is a nasty concussion potentially.
There's something that makes me feel like really unsettled and sick inside when I see a guy get concussion that like kind of seemingly keeps getting them. Like he had that incident in the State of Origin game where it was kind of neck, head. I'm not actually exactly sure what that was in the end. But
I don't know if he was concussed. I think it was neck, wasn't it? I can't remember.
I think there might have been concussion involved in
potentially.
Because he had I remember he had the T-Rex arms up.
Yeah, right. Yeah, I mean, sometimes with these repeat concussions, like we see players innocuously get concussed. I think that happened to Paddy McCartan where you're like, well, what actually happened there? We had Harry Edwards very similar the other day.
Harry Edwards is one that actually just came to mind there where I thought
like very innocuous. But this one with Wiedering, like that would have, he's been hit hard in the back of the head there. So serious concern for him. And I would imagine he's done for the day.
Oh,
there's a fair bit of blood as well.
Surely he's done for the rest of the day. Yeah. I mean, it's huge for North.
Yeah.
That he'll be off the ground because he's just such a beacon back there for them. Trembath's going to have the shot at goal from about 25 out.
Yeah. Yeah, if that.
Yeah, I mean, Costa Sammy, Nick Cox, no head contact in his concussion. I mean, that's where it gets to. Yeah. He's back in this week.
Yeah, right. Yep.
First time since, I think, 2023.
Yeah, okay.
I want to say
2023. Wow.
Maybe 24. I might be getting that slightly wrong. I think I had the stat down here somewhere actually.
Trembath can't miss this. He's about 20 metres out, I reckon. It looks good off the boot. North get the first goal, and that will make things interesting, I reckon.
Just that little bit of doubt. A little bit of doubt.
Absolutely. Perfect start for North Melbourne. Carlton going to play Crom at Gather Round with no Wiedering, says Glizzy Hands. Yeah, that's not ideal.
Yeah. Good clearance from LDU.
It was.
He ran a long way. But yeah, I mean, that's what you want from Zane Dersma, don't you?
Yeah.
Crashing packs, causing a bit of carnage.
Joel says, if they ban the hanger, I'm gone from the game. That's an interesting one, though. I don't... Well, what's the first thing they'd do? They'd probably not ban the hanger, but they'd probably start penalising injuries like that. That's probably the way they would handle it.
I think...
Not that I don't think Zane really did anything wrong there, but...
God, that's centre clearance.
Clean clearance from Walsh. The kick inside 50 goes over the top. What's happening there? Free kick Carlton.
Jesus Christ. Our defence.
What's happened here? Was that off the play?
Our defence is fully under the microscope today.
Yeah.
I think this is exactly what you see when you don't have that protection from stoppage. We usually have a shield, which is Tristan Sherry.
True.
Which is us winning the clearances convincingly. And now if we don't, this is what happens. The defence is exposed. So where's that? It's McDonald again. What's he doing holding on there?
McGovern looks good off the boot. Is it to the right?
No.
No, he's missed. No, he hasn't. He looked like he was swearing, but he might have been happy swearing.
I saw it go inside of the post.
It looked like a goal, but then I thought he looked upset. Arm chop was the call, according to KB Sports Fantasy.
Just then?
Yeah, I think presumably the free kick.
No, but I think it was like, it looked off ball.
Right.
The ball didn't go anywhere near him.
It was a clever tap from Pitney.
Yeah, it was great. But look, like, they're here. They were just sort of...
Oh, yeah. That's true. Yeah.
Wrestling.
It wasn't McGovern that got arm chopped. So...
She's on... That's the tap?
Yeah.
Yeah. See, that just doesn't happen on Tristan Sherry's watch. Frustrating.
Tug Hoyer.
See, look, it's just like Luke McDonald was just jumper holding.
Oh, he's done it again.
He's done it again.
And this time Hewitt grabs it at the back of the stoppage. Cripps. Oh, back to Hewitt. Oh, good smother. Coleman Jones. An inspired selection.
Banshee.
They need a quick one here, North.
This is a oh. See, I feel this is what I get frustrated with Larky. He's a good player, but like he's always like running in behind. He's always looking for that easy one out the back.
Yeah, true. Yeah. Rather than that aerial presence.
He doesn't present. Like he doesn't get in front. Come on, Foss. Curtis is dangerous here. Oh, Blamiers. Smothered. Cripps is lifted here.
He has. Jagger. Oh, smothered by Sheasel. Sheasel goes back. LDU takes it out of bounds. Or is taken out of bounds, rather.
Yeah, good tackle from Cowan. Far out. Do you think this win... Like, where does this leave both clubs? If the score was to stay the same, Carlton end up getting up by...
Oh, LDU has been awarded the free kick.
Oh, wow. Why?
Well, the tackle may have slipped low based on that replay.
Don't know about that. That looked pretty...
LDU, it's a big kick. Doesn't look good. He's flower bagged it. It's to the top of the square. Still chance for North here. Can Foss wrap it up? He gets a hands out. Still bubbling away. Hollands of the Ollie variety, I think.
Double Hollands.
And that is a lasso free kick back to McKercher. He's the guy you want to have the ball in this position.
You do.
Great kick of the footy. He does have someone free there. He has taken too long to see him. That's Sheasel?
That is Sheasel. I don't know if that's the kick, though, at the same time. Like, pretty low odds that you get a good shot from there.
Yeah.
Oh!
Dersma!
Goal!
Yes! Dersma capping off a really solid day out. I don't know what his numbers are, but it looks from the eye test like he's playing well. He's capitalised on a bad handball. He
has kicked 3 goals too today. If he had to kick that goal where he was running in, the one that I screamed when you're in the bathroom, 8 disposals, 4 marks, 3 goals.
Career best game?
It feels like it.
Yeah.
Feels like it.
Bad hand pass there. Clever thinking from Dersma.
Was that Pitnet? Who gets it here? No, it's...
Yeah, it was Pitnet.
Yeah, it was
Pitnet.
Yeah. That's why you don't want your ruckman handballing in the defensive 50.
Particularly not to no one.
Yes. He kind of did. Like, he didn't want that.
Yeah.
Oh,
had a good day, Dersma.
The problem is the ball goes back to the middle. And
that's
now
true.
I'm
it's
worried
where Carlton
again.
have been on top. But North win it back here. Can Coleman Jones affect the ball? No. He was kind of tackled without it. He has been awarded the free kick.
Gee, that was lucky.
It was a little bit lucky. But I've seen worse.
Yeah, he's just liable.
Foss goes inside 50. This is it for North. They're starting to get some momentum. Larky, just tries to do a little too much. Zohar, I was going to say he's dangerous in his positions. He's done a terrible job there. Yep. Caleb Daniel, can he be clean? Has he thrown it? He has not.
Banshee.
Blamires?
Oh, he's crap. He's crap, isn't he?
He's probably thrown that. Umpires put the whistle away. Carlton mop up and get out of trouble. That felt like something needed to happen there. Larkey and Zerha probably just could have done better with their opportunities, particularly Zerha. And then Blamiers.
I actually was really frustrated with Larkey again there.
Yeah.
Like he's a crummer. You're a crummer.
Yeah. Jagger wins the clearance, gets the ball back.
tackle.
Great chase.
That was
He's
Blamiers.
effective the kick.
You can do that.
Yeah. Carlton still have the ball. Walsh goes to ground, comes back.
God.
Caleb Daniel mopped up. No. Curtis. It's hard to see if these are legal.
Oh, this is coming back.
It's a lasso free kick.
Oh, it might
stayed in.
Get him.
Good result for North Melbourne.
Get him.
Ollie Hollands does a switch.
Oh!
Hang on. LDU.
He'll break away.
Yes,
he's too quick.
He's got pace.
He's too
this
quick.
Is big.
Oh,
no.
he does it every time.
Well done, Zerha.
The amount of times I have seen LDU go on a running bounce in a last quarter, I would have, what's that saying?
What's happened here? North Melbourne free kick.
We've been lucky again.
You'd be a rich man. But you didn't say anything about pennies.
But a shitload of nickels.
Or nickels, yeah. The amount of times I've seen him do that, I'd be a rich man.
Yeah. Yes.
So, Banshee has been awarded, I presume, high contact because he's got a shiner.
Yeah, we've had some questionably positive free kicks for our...
Yeah, he kind of got away with one there because you're just teasing. North Melbourne have been teasing.
Yeah, they are starting to make some ridiculously bad errors.
That's true. This is a big kick. Big kick for his, in the context of his career, wouldn't have had any bigger moments than this.
You got to kick these.
It looks good.
No.
It's to the left and it's behind. Margin cut to 15 points.
Not enough power in his kicking.
No.
So it's like, it looked like it could have been too shallow and it drifted a lot. Oh, what actually happened here?
The bench, replay cut at the critical moment. Hollands goes long.
Is it fair to suggest that it kind of feels like nobody wants to win this game right now? It's one of those.
Yeah.
Newman, that's a good ball.
Oh, in fact, let's play on. Is it? No, they've paid that much to Jagger.
I wouldn't have paid that.
Yeah, I thought that was play on.
Yeah.
Mackay inside 50 here. Goes deep to a one-on-one.
Oh, Daniel. Daniel's done well.
Oh, and he's been high tackled. Was that not a free kick to Daniel? Maybe not.
Jeez, as soon as I saw Daniel, I'm like, oh, this is shit.
Yeah.
This is shit.
Ainsworth. Yeah, I reckon he got his head ripped off there a bit.
A bit, yeah.
Umpire hasn't paid it. So we're about 20 metres out from Carlton's goal. Got 12 people on sideline. What's happened here? Oh, no one went up for the ruck. And so Jack Darling's just chest marked it.
I wasn't, when Jagger got
those.
that mark, I wasn't complaining that we had too many against us, because we've actually been luckier with the umpiring, I would say. Yeah. But I didn't think that was in isolation. Oh, no.
Oh, great stuff by Combat, and it's a goal anyway. Brody Kemp also having a pretty good day in front of goal without looking at the stats. Kicks an important goal. Carlton get one a little bit against the flow.
Yep. Our defense is earth-shatteringly bad, I would say.
I said good day in front of goal. He's kicked 2 goals, 3. So I think he had a couple of posters or something.
I just think it's because all of their forwards look dangerous.
Mm.
What's gone on here? I feel like they've kicked 3 or 4 goals like this, where it's like, didn't Jagger kick a goal like that just to...
Yes.
Where the ball's just bobbling around on the goal line.
Dersma got one of his own, but that's true. Yeah.
Yeah. Like, you're allowed to knock the ball through.
Yeah.
Fucking hell.
We're never 100 across the 2 platforms. Thank you for being here, guys.
We're going to win this game. Daniel has had a very good game, says Joel Falconer. I agree with that today.
Yeah.
Usually I'm quite critical. Look at Trembuff compared to Coleman Jones, how much better he is.
Well done, LDU, with the clearance.
Foss. Or Taylor Byrne.
Took as much time as he could and got the good kick out.
Good pick up from Larkey.
Larkey.
You're not a crummer, though. You're a key forward.
Is that Simpkin?
Yeah, that was Simpkin.
Yeah.
Here goes Zerha.
I have not seen Simpkin all day. Or not noticed him.
Blamiers is unbelievable. Oh, Trembuff.
Well done.
He won the hit out in the centre of the ground, pushed forward, and then got the ball again.
Great play.
He has been a revelation for this North Melbourne team. Look how fumbly Blamiers is. I can't believe it. He couldn't even get that ball to the right position to kick it.
It was a good kick, though, in the end.
In the end, yeah.
It worked out. Opposite foot, too, I presume.
Is he left or righty? I don't know.
I don't know.
I didn't watch him much I think was he at Port Melbourne?
I can't remember.
He won the best young player.
Yeah. I knew that much. The Fothergill Trembath.
Yeah.
That could not be any straighter.
And we're back.
If there wasn't this narrative around Carlton at the moment, you'd think, okay, 15 points, they've still got a fair bit of work to get back into it. But because we're all waiting on tenterhooks for Carlton to disintegrate, this feels closer.
At the moment, and I flagged it before the game started, I said that they haven't kicked 80 points in a game yet. They already have 85 points. It feels like they're just scoring too easily for me.
Yeah,
so
I agree with that.
I don't know how we kick, what do we need? Probably 3 or 4 goals in a row. Yeah. And then they're not going to score. Yeah. Because our defense looks too bad.
I think that is a pretty good assessment.
I think you got to get, Trembath has to go into the ruck. He has to. I'd love to see who's going to be at this next centre clearance. If he's in there, we're a chance. If it is. He's there. Him against Kemp. Get up there.
Well done, Trembath.
Good Tremmy. Oh, wow. She's dynamic, isn't he? It's not. Go, Daniel. Why is Daniel always the one that comes in?
Oh, dogged by the bounce. Oh, has he done all right to bring down Jagger?
Oh, this is just terrifying stuff.
McDonald mops up. Is that Stevens? Not a good kick. He's made it.
Wardlaw's made him look sensational.
Yes, that was well done by Wardlaw. That was not a good kick.
The players that were in that defensive 50 there, I'm going, who's going to...
I know. Caleb Daniel, Dylan Stevens.
Fucking hell. Luke McDonald.
Yeah.
Was another one.
Yeah, that's a good
Here
point.
we go.
Here we go. It's a
Darling.
Jack Darling hasn't had much of an impact today, Jack Darling.
Oh,
is that ball? Oh, bullshit. They've paid a free kick for a throw to the ground or a sling or whatever. That seems soft.
It's a poor, I don't think we've been unfairly.
That's a good tackle.
It's a good tackle.
That's such bullshit.
Are you a North fan, Jesse?
I'm willing them into the game. But
yeah, we didn't need that.
That is such a stupid free kick to pay when the game's this hot.
Yeah.
As well.
He also, I felt like he actually kind of nursed him down. He took him to ground, obviously.
No, that's
it was a firm tackle. It was a good one.
It was a bit hard.
Was that Curtis again? Curtis always gets...
Oh, well done, Wardlaw.
Yeah, Wardlaw. LDU. Oh, Stevens. Come on.
Sheasel did fairly well, to be honest. It's a ball up. North just tease. They look like they're out, and then there's just some sort of skill error.
Yep.
Darling does well out of the ruck.
Come on, Curtis.
We just talked about him not having much of an impact yet, other than a good mark and goal earlier. I think he kicked it. Zohar keeps it in. Florent out of bounds.
He didn't want to keep that in.
Oh, it's a hot footy. We have 10:53 remaining here at Marvel Stadium. Carlton lead by 2.5 kicks.
It's plenty of time. Carlton, they've been in this situation before. They don't like it. They don't like the heat in the fourth quarter. This is where they are
vulnerable.
JD in the ruck.
Sheasel! Not a genuine match winner.
No. That's why.
Yeah.
That's why.
That was pretty sloppy, though.
I think he's poor. He's poor in those situations.
Yeah. He should have been better there.
People talk about Sheasel as a match winner, he's really classy and his kicking's elite and all this kind of stuff. I don't see it.
Mm. Oh, is this a free kick to North Melbourne?
It is. Charles Comben. Gee, that was close.
It was close to a smother, but Comben sent it inside 50. North are throwing everything at Carlton here, but they need to score. It's no good if they don't score.
Good, takes the body. Curtis in and under. Wardlaw.
Oh. Sorry,
I'm
Dylan.
Just making sounds.
I think Dylan's temporarily gone underwater.
Taylor Byrne takes the outlet mark. He doesn't know what to do. He goes backwards.
That's not a bad result.
I don't know, though.
This is exactly the sort of moment where the umpire would pay a stupid, 50-metre penalty.
I actually think going backwards in that situation is the worst thing you can do.
Yeah.
Because now they're going to be closer to goal when they hit the next contest. I mean, we've probably let them get back there.
And it's spoiled out of bounds by Jack Darling, who's having a bit of an impact now.
Come on, North. 9 minutes 30 to go. Trail by 15. I don't think we've, like I was saying to you in the pre-game, we haven't been in these situations to chase a game like this.
You just don't have the end product to really threaten at the moment.
Yeah.
So my confidence is low, but you are like all over them, but it might not matter.
Yeah, exactly. And then you can also easily see them quickly transition the ball and just put one.
Exactly.
And if they kick one more, it's over.
Yeah, I agree.
Is this Carroll?
I think so. Oh, no one went to Patrick Cripps there. It felt like there was an opportunity there to close off that option.
Terrible.
You see it happening in slow motion.
And now it's inside 50.
Oh, good mark by Parker.
Parker's been, I don't know if it's just a feeling, but I feel like he's been quieter today.
Barely seen him.
Yeah.
He's had 15.
Yeah, he's been having like 30 bombs every week.
Yeah.
Start this season.
It's getting tense here. Carlton's pants are half crapped, but there's still hope to get to a public restroom before anyone notices.
Oh, it's good.
Oh, a little bit casual from Wardlaw. Maybe he didn't know. It was hot. He got it out.
I feel like
the ball's still live.
Based on how Carlton are playing, like they sort of deserve to lose this, but we're just not good enough to land that blow.
It's a race to the bottom.
Man.
Odds on West Coast CDT getting the Rising Star Award, make it 3 weeks in a row. I think West Coast is going to get slaughtered. So I can't imagine us getting a Rising Star nom this week.
Good handball. Good Foss. Good tap on. Powley.
Oh.
Ugh. Good hands, Foss. Good hands. Good ball. That's a good ball.
Hey, Zerha, come on. This could cut the margin back to 9 points.
Oh, dear. Oh, dear.
And if he kicks it, I'm just going to say this, I'm going to the bathroom.
So, think about Carlton. I've got an analogy for you, Jesse.
Okay. He's kicked it. Bathroom is on. But no.
They're a sphincter. How much of a turtle head?
Ah. It's very topical.
Yes. Yes, it is.
Well, it's 2/3 of the way out.
Already?
Nah, not quite.
That's a lot.
Yeah, no, I just wanted to say that because it's gross. You know what? I'm not going to answer this properly. I'm going to go to the bathroom. I was going to stop and think about it.
What are you going to do in there?
Not a Carlton.
Fellow cases, those headphones aren't wireless, Dylan. That's a great take. Oh, I sort of do keep realising that when I go to move. Could Voss get sacked on a draw, says the Colonel. He can. I don't know, like this game, like who's it worse? I feel like it's quite bad for us if we lose as well. I mean, Clarkson's not going to get sacked for losing this game. If Carlton lost this again, though, after their three, like what are they? 1 and 2. So 2 losses where they've led. This one's been slightly different because they actually won the third quarter, but this would almost be equally as bad. I just don't know where, if you lost this game for Carlton, I just don't know where you would go from here. There is nowhere to go. Stoppage on the outer wing. Sheasel's pointing directions. Jack Darling in the ruck against Pitnet gets manhandled. Oh, we're going to win it. We're going to win it through Simpkin. Clean. Be clean, Simpkin. Trem. Oh, Blamires. Oh, my God. What a goal. Is it a goal? Is that a goal? There's some discourse between the goal umpire and the... Oh, no. No! It's touched, isn't it? Fuck. Oh.
That's a shame. You keep screaming every time I leave the room.
I know. Watch this, though. This was crazy.
I thought we lost the Wi-Fi.
We actually did really well that time. We lost like Pitnet grabbed it out of the ruck and we just sharked it. It was good. We're learning.
Yeah.
What's
Come on, North.
that Jurassic Park quote? They're learning.
Oh, that's niche.
Do you know the one? Like
no.
That South African guy. The
I've
kind of
only-
safari dude.
That's really ominous though.
You know the guy at the beginning of Jurassic Park, and he's like, shoot, ha.
Oh, is that off the boot of Comben? No. I think he's trying to claim it.
Evans wants it.
Oh.
We getting it.
It must have been off the Evans handball.
McCurch is just like running around the boundary line taking these kicks. Stevens. I don't know. The long kick, I don't hate it because their back line is...
You got to get it in there.
You got to get it in there, yeah.
That's where they're at their worst. That's not a mark.
That is definitely not a mark. Good from Darling.
Oh, not so much the hands. That kind of worked out.
Yeah,
kind of
we'll
worked
take
out.
a stoppage.
Yeah,
We'll take a stoppage.
6 minutes to go. This is hot. This is the best Good Friday clash between these two sides we've ever seen.
This is the best one.
Not in overall standard.
Oh, yeah, I think
but
that's fair, isn't it? The Frankie Evans one.
I need to see it one more time. I kind of thought it might have been a throw in, to be honest.
Inside 50s, 13-5.
Here we go. Oh, that's a dangerous switch. Oh, Trembath almost pulls it down.
He's had...
Larky.
Someone said it in the chat, the
Caleb
almost
Daniel.
moments of
Yeah.
Trembath.
Oh, this Daniel kick is interesting.
Oh
my God.
God!
So that I wasn't originally pleased with that Daniel kick because it went so high in the air, but it sat perfectly for Curtis. So kudos.
Carlton should be wearing white shorts.
Ah,
I like that.
I like that too. Yeah.
Oh, I
This is a big
need to
kick.
get this link ready for Marnie as well.
Oh shit. Oh my God. Yeah, I forgot about that for a second. Curtis. Nah, off the boot was bad.
Oh, he's so profligate. You got to kick that.
Profligate.
Oh, I'm scared.
Oh, come on, North. A draw could still be on. It would be the most unsatisfying draw in terms of narrative. Because Carlton sort of get away with it, so they're...
Yeah,
like,
and we're just still a young team that's getting better.
But it's also like, oh, North, you couldn't win that. A little bit of that. Like, it's not satisfying for you to draw.
Yeah. No. We need to win this.
Yeah.
I mean, we took them down late last year, so I feel like we've got to start to dominate them. We're letting them back in. Clarkson's... That's probably the first time they've showed Clarkson in this game, I reckon.
Yeah, probably right.
Which is unusual.
I
haven't showed Voss either.
True. Wonder if he's still wearing his hat.
Oh, we've got a free kick
to North. Things are really starting to go their way.
Yeah, they are.
5 of the last six inside 50s this quarter. In the last 5 minutes, they've had 5 of the last 6. Sheasel. 4:52 remaining.
I'm starting to get called a ruse nuffy.
That's all right.
I'm just happy I can be invested in a game.
Yeah, I can relate to that.
We're back,
That's
baby.
a brilliant kick. Was that Parker?
I think it was. That's the experience.
Yeah, you can just tell. The kick looked like a class above. And Curtis gets another chance.
I'm going to call it a silver bullet. It was bullet-like though, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was. It was a great kick. T7 in sideline says, Curtis into the middle feels like it is almost working. He needs to kick this.
Someone's saying that he's better from distance. He does have power.
It does look very good.
Is it made it? Has it made it?
It's easily made it.
Oh,
And we
yeah,
are back.
baby.
1 point ball game, Dylan.
Yeah, baby. They're shitting their pants. We're going to fucking win.
Oh, don't do that. Don't do that. You know your track record. You just ruined it, Dylan.
Look at the fans though.
Oh my God. Well, what lead did Carlton get to? Was it in the 20s? I think it was like 22 at three-quarter time.
Just let me have a look at the worm. So they were 4 goals. They were 21 points up at, 22 points at three-quarter time.
Yeah. I think that was as big as it got.
I think that is as big as it got because I think we kicked the first goal of the last. That pass. That's what Parker brings.
Yeah.
He has
needed it.
That has been an underrated. Maybe it hasn't been underrated because North fans have talked it up a lot and he's been really good this year. But I think that selection of all of those experienced players that came in has been so good for North Melbourne. So good. Oh, LDU.
He looks like laconic. Oh, here we go. Another bounce. No, handballs. Back to LDU. Into trouble. He's going to have a shot.
He'll miss.
It'll level the scores. It's still in play. Darling does what he does
Darling.
best and does nothing. Oh, no score. Carlton fumbling it in there. Taps it forward. Oh, Simpkin. That was classy. Sheasel. The match winner.
The A-grade match winner.
Sheasel, there's your match winner. There's your match winner. Unbelievable.
Elite match winner.
A Carlton fan poor girl, she must be about 11 years old, with tears in her eyes, screaming. I would love to get some captions on that.
Producer,
What a moment.
can you make the Zoom link and send it to Marnie for me?
She's not going to call it now, surely. Yeah, I'll pass
No, I just want to get it. I just want to.
Yeah, just have it ready. Yeah.
I'm ill prepared.
Oh my God, it's not over yet, but that is a big moment and a great goal from Harry Sheasel.
I've got to say, North Melbourne, the grit to stick in this game, I'm really, really impressed with, and that is elite match winner material.
That is elite match winner material.
Oh my God!
Ignore the one he shanked before. That was a good goal. That was a good goal.
Oh.
+4.
+4. Go, George.
Oh, Cripps. Oh, Wardlaw. Well done.
So good. He's messy, but he's good.
He's good.
Oh no,
it's not worked out. McKercher. Oh, he's got to trap that ball.
That's what I was saying about McKercher, though. You see how he's like, when the contact came, he was like, get off me.
Yeah.
Oh, the grit to beat a Voss coach team is amazing, says Bri. Yeah, well, we take the small wins, don't we? Here at North Melbourne.
You're not there yet. Carlton inside 50.
3 minutes to go.
Jagger.
That's
Ainsworth up in the air.
The
to the top of the square. Can North take a mark? Comben goes for the chest mark.
That's not the play, Comben.
Yeah, it was a bit brave.
He's done that multiple times.
Yeah.
He's just got to kill it.
Yeah. You've either got to take it or you've got to knock it well clear.
Fuck.
Oh.
That's you can't
did Trembath get tackled in the ruck?
I believe he did.
Mackay. Oh, and that'll be a throw in.
That feels like we should have got a free kick. I don't exactly know what for.
Yeah, it looked like Trembath got dragged down, but hard to tell.
Trem dog millionaire.
Yes.
Okay, leading goal kickers Brody Kemp and Zane Dersma, along with Cooper Trembath. I think Cooper Trembath has been imperious today.
Imperious.
Give him the Brownlow votes.
Got 110 across two platforms here on Sideline and YouTube. Thanks for being here. Oh, Evans. No, I don't think they should pay that. Have they? They have? They have. Oh, that's soft. Francis Evans. Oh, my God. Oh, I was going to say, I thought they were 1 point down, but they're 5 points down.
It's a free kick. It's a free kick.
Yeah.
I mean, I do feel like today in this particular game, they've actually been quite, like that high one, the ducking, leading with the head, they've been pretty good at kind of understanding that the player has led with the head and then to pay that one. But that one was fairly obvious, I would have said. Shit.
Evans lines up to put Carlton in front. It is to the left. Skinny. 2 minutes, 15 seconds remaining.
Isn't it amazing how in sport, and this is across all sports, but like the psychology of getting in front, like we were just pounding them. I don't know why I used the word pounding, the verb, to describe that.
I didn't think it was weird until you doubled down and kept talking about it.
But the psychology being that like North were completely on top of them until we hit the front. And it's like, what's to say we don't just keep that momentum rolling? But we don't. We go back into our shell and then let them attack us.
Yeah. Hey, 6-7.
6-7. What could that mean?
What do we do? I don't know. 6-7.
Third quarter scores 2 goals 2 to 5 goals 3, I think it was. And then now it's gone 6-3 to 2-1. McDonald comes off with a cut
Sorry, yeah.
Parker.
6-7's in the chat. Thanks for being here. This has turned out to be a fascinating clash on Good Friday. There's a lot of intrigue about this. Or there has been, and it has been a good spectacle. So much narrative.
2 most under fire coaches coming into the season, would you say? Clarkson and Voss?
Into the season? Brad Scott would be close.
Really?
Great smother.
Wardlaw.
I think Voss still stands on his own in terms of pressure, especially if they drop this.
Who would be next, though? I know, I completely agree.
Probably Clark.
Coming into the season, too.
Into the season.
We did our ranking. We had Voss at the almost certainly fucked.
Yeah, in terms of needing to perform, yeah. And then maybe Brad Scott after that. Oh, he's been bumped as he kicked it. He's kicked it out on the 4, and that's a big win for North Melbourne.
That's where a more experienced player would have just let themselves be taken across the line.
Who was it?
Dirksen.
Okay, yep. Yeah.
We've got to hang on here. I mean, this is unprecedented territory for North Melbourne. We aren't in this situation a lot, so it's a story of growth. It's a story of resilience.
It is. North Melbourne, potentially 3-1 in a few minutes. Gritio in the chat. Thanks for the super chat. Says, we're getting Carlton fan cam reactions tonight, Dill.
Oh, we can. It can.
Oh, no. Here we go. Jagger. Jagger finds Mackay. He's about 75 from goal. It's a kick inside 50. It looks good. It is a good spoil by whoever that was.
Haywood from the boundary.
This would be big if he kicked it. It's smothered by Stevens. Man of the moment. I just threw that out meaninglessly. It was a good spoil.
He didn't want it though, did he? I think Haywood was centering that.
He was, yeah.
I mean, these forward stoppages are exponentially more difficult when it's Pitnet v. Jacques Darling.
Cripps dragged down as he kicked it. Great tackle. Is that Wardlaw? He's been big.
Wardlaw's been enormous. We cannot get rid of this ball.
Oh, good contest. It's not a free kick. Larky. Got to affect it. He does pretty well.
Trem.
Carlton have numbers.
Trem.
Great tackle. Dersma. He's had a good game today. It's a clever kick inside 50. It'll soak up time. He's got time to get chased.
I would have preferred that to be closer to the boundary.
Oh, that's a big turnover. Oh.
Don't play on.
Yep. It goes long. It's probably not the smartest play. Simpkin.
It's game over. It's game over.
Ices it. Jai Simpkin. The man who I haven't noticed all day has stood up. You were perfectly in my shot when you said that. Well done. Jai Simpkin has sealed it. Carlton. The turd's fully out now.
The turd's gone.
Oh my God.
It's exited.
Unbelievable. This is just so predictable now with Carlton. It's uncanny how often this happens. No, full credit to North because we had their doubts about them and this is still a good win for them provided they get there. But
we're in the 4.
It's unbelievable how Carlton has done this again.
I mean, does this make it more of a mental thing for them
it's got to. Yeah. Like there'll be one week where they overcorrect and have a massive last quarter because of the
they're different. Look at the fans leaving.
Carlton, yeah.
Foss.
This is pathetic now. Carlton is just being walked over.
Yep. They've given up. They've down tools.
Larky.
Oh.
No. 17 seconds to go. North are home. They've got it deep inside their 50. Darling will wrap up whoever that is.
11 seconds on the clock, baby.
It's actually 9. North Melbourne.
What's that? 7 goals to 2 in the last quarter?
Not sure of that exactly, but probably ballpark. They've won it by 5 goals. 6 seconds. Carlton. Hollands. Find someone on the wing, but it won't matter because the siren has sounded.
Yeah, baby.
North Melbourne prevail by 10 points. They left it late, Dylan. What was it, 90 seconds to go for them to hit the front? But too good in the narrative around Carlton. This is outrageous. It is outrageous how many times this has happened in a row.
This is... Oh, join in the chorus. Sing it one and all.
T7JT played that on a sideline. Thank you so much for that. And my name is Quebec, says lol, see a Vossi. It is so uncommon. Oh my God. Like, I don't remember when the last time an AFL coach was sacked after round 4, but it's not necessarily that I think sacking him right now would do much good, but at the same time, there's so much negativity, they almost need a circuit breaker soon.
And also, like, it's not just the negativity from the outside. I do think it's well, like, is this not just seeping into all of the players' brains? And you almost need the circuit breaker to say, like,
at some point it will,
not to save the season, because the season is unsavable on the sort of output of that season. But do you actually start to go, like, we could lose development of our younger players from the damage that this could do if basically it's like it can't go on for any longer.
Yeah. I do think there is something in that when the tension boils over so much that you do need a release valve.
It's like, what's the point of keeping it the same compared to the positive of making the change for what that, because, you know, players, I'm looking at players there like Jagger Smith, Harry Dean, Harry O'Farrell, if he comes in, Taylor Byrne, like what does it do to them to be in that kind of losing cauldron?
Yeah. I'm not sure that too much can really change that. Like I'd imagine, let's say a caretaker coach takes over for the rest of the season. I think the trend will still continue.
I don't think it will.
You don't?
No. I think because I think you can just, like, I think Voss is in a way, like, I don't mean this that like he's being selfish himself, but he's coaching for his own longevity in the game, and he's coaching for the next iteration of this Carlton side. I think you need that coach to come in and just be like, we're going to be so defensively rigid here. We're going to play a really, really simplistic game style for the younger players just to know exactly what they're doing. A bit of like what we've talked about with West Coast, with McQualter, where it's just been like, it's simple, isn't it? It's like, it's very contested and it's contest to contest. I feel like they're trying to execute this really almost like high-end difficult game style with like handball through the corridor, and they get punished as well. And that's why you can concede, what was it, 7 goals in the last quarter?
Yeah, something along those lines.
Yep.
We have a Rogue Riot who's dropped a Lord of the Rings reference and a Star Wars reference. He says, so this is how Carlton dies, to thunderous North applause. Thank you for the super chat. And then he also said, looks like fan cams are back on the menu, boys, which is Lord of the Rings.
Oh
Well
my
done.
God. Gridio, another super chat. Thank you so much. He says, needing a circuit breaker is such a good turn of phrase. NGL, not going to lie. Good one, Jesse. Something has to give in this Blues team for something to happen.
Yeah, I do think circumstances do. Like in general, the idea of sacking a coach in round 4 is absurd, but in this specific set of circumstances with the tension and the ridicule around Carlton and that must seep into the playing group. It's not as though they're completely in a vacuum and insulated from that. They're going to be feeling like the fans are feeling. This could be an early sacking, I think. Do you think it could happen this week?
Yep.
I think it could. Who do they have next week?
I thought they should have already done it. I'm not joking. I thought last week, because it just, it's what's going to change? Like there's nothing, I don't see anything positive out of keeping things the same for an entire season, because you essentially just waste that time.
I agree. I think there is an element of looking too brittle if you sack a coach in round 3. So
isn't that just protecting yourself though? Like
possibly, but I just think it also does the optics of buckling to external pressure is also not a great look. But is that the right move? Is another question.
I mean, devil's advocate here.
Oh, they've got Adelaide at Adelaide Oval. You might as well just let them go to gather round, lose that game, and then come back and sack him.
And sack him in Adelaide so he can stay there.
Yeah. And then Collingwood after that.
Oh,
a bogey
God.
team.
Like the only thing, I mean, there's obviously a financial element to keeping him, right? That's part of this
what
as well.
What is his status?
I don't know. I should know.
Let us know in the chat what his status is if you have it. He must be close to the end. Like he wouldn't have signed a contract. Oh, he would have signed a contract at the end of 23 probably, but
at the end of 23.
Yeah. Presumably. It's
crazy how bad it's gone. It's crazy how bad it's gone. Like
it's West Coast areas, 2021. I made that comparison last week.
Yeah, but the big difference is between West Coast and Carlton.
What?
You won a flag in 2018.
Sure. That's not where I thought you were going to go.
Oh, okay.
I don't know where you thought. I thought that was going.
No, it's just crazy that I remember sitting on a podcast at the beginning of 2025 and talking about Carlton and saying that I think they could drop out of the 8 and getting looked at in that room like I was crazy.
End of 25?
Start of 25.
Pre-season
of 2025
right.
After 2023 and 2024.
What did you say the pre-season of 26?
I think I said bottom 4.
yeah, bottom 4 of the top 8.
It was just a prediction. It's a bit of fun. Oh, God.
Sorry.
Rogie says, I need a cigarette after the way Carlton just got fucked. You need one. Oh, God.
Glizzy Hand says, sacking him now would be admitting they made a mistake, not sacking him at the end of last year, and the board are scared for their jobs. I mean, I do think that's the human element comes into it there.
Yeah, but that doesn't make that right, does it?
No, not necessarily.
I do think it matters who you can get to take over, but I do think like an Adam Simpson is probably a perfect situation. Yeah, he's had he's just been in this situation with West Coast.
I think he commented on it during the week.
He did.
I didn't take too much from his comments. It sounded like he wasn't that keen, but then I read a report summarizing his comments, and they were like, he hasn't ruled it out. So
yeah,
I mean, he's never going to come out and say, yeah, I'd coach them now.
I'm up. He's like, I'm keen.
Yeah, go on.
Yeah.
It'd be such and again, we're assuming he gets sacked now, but it'd be such a weird thing to take over as caretaker coach in round 4 of a season or round 5.
Yeah,
if it's so long.
Yeah, and the coach that comes in, like, there's not a lot to gain from their point of view. other than, I suppose, like the pay.
Yeah. Yeah.
What's John Longmire doing? Yes. Great
call.
I'm trying to think Adam Simpson, John Longmire.
Buckley's still out there.
Carlton?
Yeah, I know. But with Tasmania around the corner, you'd think that, well, he previously said he didn't go that deep with Melbourne because he was more interested in Tasmania.
Yeah, that's what he said. Yeah.
So presumably that situation will still be the same. He's probably hoping Longmire takes it so that he can go to Tassie.
Yeah, and I would have thought that because I remember when he took the job at Geelong, the assistant job, he was kind of like Tasmania communicated to him that was something that they would like him to do to get back into coach because he'd been in the media, right? Like he hasn't actually been coaching for a while. So
okay, yeah.
I feel like disrupting that at this point and taking this job could muddy the waters a little bit.
Yeah.
Do you think?
Yes. Well, I mean, because he'd be caretaker and not necessarily permanent coach.
Well, I feel like if Tasmania have said to him, like, we think you should take the assistant job at Geelong, you'll kind of like, you'll be getting back into the inner sanctum of a football club, working day to day like a coach would. And then him then taking a caretaker job at Carlton, it's like not...
Caretakers are always internal though, aren't they?
Yeah.
I don't think they're ever external, are they?
It's a good question.
I think they're always internal, so that he'd be the permanent replacement candidate.
The caretaker usually comes from inside the club. Yeah. That's right. So it would be like an appointment.
Yeah.
If it was.
I mean, it could be Ash Hansen.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure.
If it's not Simo. I don't know if Simo's considered internal enough. He's more of a consultant, and he said he hasn't been at the club this year.
The way that he speaks on I think it's SEN that he goes on with maybe Jared Waitley, and like he doesn't speak like he works for Carlton. You know what I mean? Like it feels very much like he is
I don't know if by that logic then is he internal enough?
Yeah.
I don't know. It's a bit of a weird one.
As North sing the club song loud and proud.
So I'm just getting up Carlton's coaches. Ash Hansen, Josh Fraser.
I'll be back in a second.
Tim Clark, Lee Adams. Matthew Cruiser is the ruck coach. I wouldn't have thought he'd be quite in line. It's usually one of those assistant coaches that steps up rather than like a development coach or something like that. Amhar says, thoughts on Braden George to get a game this year? I'll probably redirect that one to Dylan when he comes back, but he kicked 4 1/4, Dylan said this morning, the VFL. So that's a really good sign. I'd imagine he'd be a decent chance to get a game. It's just a case of with his body, right? But I'll let Dylan answer that one properly. Did Hansen play for Carlton? Asked Joel. No, he played at West Coast, and then I can't remember if he actually played for the Bulldogs or if he just nearly got a trade there, then retired. He might have just played at West Coast. Carlton, Port, Richmond, Essendon, bottom 4, lock it in, Rogie. I'm not convinced. I actually reckon substitute West Coast with Port there. I think Port finish higher. The other 3 I agree with. Port did lose last week to West Coast, but they also had no Rosie or Bergman. And I think West Coast won't have the depth to maintain this form for very long. But we'll see. George Wardlaw, elite match winner now. Not a North fan, but it's hard to appreciate the way he plays. He drags boys with him. The way he plays makes him North's most important player. I don't really disagree. I think, Dylan's looking at me. He doesn't have a microphone at the moment. Did we consider his body at the time when we said that?
Yes.
Yeah, Dylan says yes. Need to go back and review it. But on talent, I don't see any reason why he shouldn't be in that top category. He was unbelievable. Lewis says, Jesse and Dylan, who survives the chopping block for both West Coast and North at the end of the season gets new contracts? I've actually got that open for 2026. I'll scroll to North Melbourne, first of all. Aiden Core, Bailey Scott are free agents. Braden George, that would just be down a body. Coleman Jones has got to be gone, surely. Trembath will survive. Cooper Harvey, I'm not too sure. Wardlaw's out of contract. He'll survive naturally. Constanti plays a lot, so I think he's likely to survive. Josh Gota, I think he's been injury riddled, so I'm not sure. Luke McDonald, I'll be interested to see or hear Dylan's thoughts on whether he gets another contract. Luke Parker probably could if he wanted one. Urquhart, I'm not sure about. Hardiman will survive. Don't know about River Stevens. Robert Hansen, I would have thought yes, but I'm not sure. Toby Pink, probably yes, because he's established in the team. Blamires might.
Oh, I'm so back.
That's all right. Just went quickly through some like players who may not survive the year at North.
Yeah, okay.
One of the questions. Bailey Scott, where's he?
Bailey Scott is, I don't know if he's injured at the moment. I don't think he played VFL today.
Yeah, okay.
He didn't play, did he?
No, he didn't play today, I didn't think.
No. I mean, he's always one of those ones that's kind of like on the outside a little bit. I think he's someone that's got experience, but now that we've bought, like when you've got a Darling, a Parker and a Daniel, you've still got a Simpkin in there.
Does Parker play on?
I hope so.
Yeah.
I hope so. Like
he's 92 born, I think. He'll be 34.
He has been incredible for the North Melbourne Football Club since he's come. I think like if you look at all of those teams that have been in a rebuild and have looked to get an experienced like culture setter into their club, when you actually look at it, he was the best player that we possibly could have got at the time. Like that was actually a bit of a genius. Probably seems like an obvious one in hindsight, but he was slightly on the outer. He kind of looked like he was picking up some injuries at Sydney. He's been able to get his body right again, and he looks like he can continue.
Yeah, he doesn't look like he's close to retiring.
Yeah,
well, that close, but I guess a year is a long time in footy. We do have a super chat as well from Voss, from Rangers. Voss is here.
Mikhail.
He says Voss was a fail at Brizzy too. Chase Buckley ? I think you got to try for Buckley.
How do you transcend the Collingwood Carlton element of that? Because I feel it's a legacy piece for Buckley as well. For him to coach both.
Well,
Carlton.
Malthouse did it.
He did, but I feel like Buckley's more of a Malthouse is a bit of a mercenary, isn't he? Like I know you could maybe but he started at the Western Bulldogs and he went to West Coast and he went to Collingwood.
Yeah,
he was just a coach.
Yeah,
wasn't he? Like Buckley is more of a footballing figure and a Collingwood figure at that. I think it's different. Like going to Tasmania to an expansion club is a lot different to him going to coach Carlton.
Did he step down or get sacked? I know those things are very close to each
Collingwood,
other. But
sacked, I believe.
Yeah. Well, I guess my view is if you're a sacked legend of the club, you have the right to look elsewhere.
You do elsewhere, but I think there would
including Carlton.
There would be an expectation from Carlton fans, I would have thought, that that's too big of a bridge.
I agree. But
I get you. I get what you're saying. It's just a football club. Like it's not killing anyone.
Well, coaching roles are not easy to come by as well. So I think without Tasmania there, this would be a bigger chance. But with Tassie around the corner, I don't think Buckley is a serious chance
and you're like right at this moment, you're not picking Carlton, are you?
No.
Do you reckon there's like an evil part of Buckley's brain where he's going like, I could work it from the inside?
I could ruin it. Well, that's what they say about Malthouse because it went so badly.
Yes. Oh, just keep it going. Keep it going. Joel Havers dropped us a super chat. Thank you very much, mate. Great stream again. Genuinely so good to see great footy content on YouTube. You guys are just killing it. Oh, thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Really appreciate that.
I'm on a big high right now.
Yeah, absolutely, mate. You should enjoy it.
That was awesome.
Yeah, that was a great win. Sideline chat says, super chat from Voss. Does anyone need a coach? He could be one that if he wanted an assistant coaching role next year, I'm thinking West Coast, Richmond, those kind of clubs. Like he is
Voss.
Yeah, he's not done in the industry. I wouldn't have thought, and he's still a good assistant.
There's clearly things about Michael Voss. I think that you can see he gets players stimulated to play like physical, tough football. That idea of a coach building a team in his own image. I think he's really, really good at that. I think the issue with that is like the longevity element of that.
Yeah. And
when you're the head figure and you keep doing that and then you start to lose, I think it's different when you're an assistant coach and you can bring that like connection with the players that he obviously brings. I think it's different when you're an assistant to when you're a head coach.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely. Giles has a good comment. Sheasel, 40 disposals versus West Coast and 4 score involvements. And today he had 24 disposals and 7 score involvements. Sometimes less is more.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think this is the game that people are kind of screaming out for Sheasel to have, where it's not 35, it's 20.
Yeah.
Like have 20 and kick 2 or whatever. I mean, I think overall, like, if I'm being honest, I think someone wrote in the comments before, like, would you take Sam Taylor right now for Harry Sheasel? Like, I still probably would.
Sam Taylor?
Yeah, someone just said, like, would you swap?
Yeah.
Right now, would you swap Sam Taylor for Harry Sheasel?
Yeah, you would. Sam Taylor.
Yeah, Sammy T, you kind of got to go that, don't you?
Yeah.
But like he had a great game. He finished that goal at the end, but he does still have flaws to his game.
Yeah,
Jeez.
yeah. But it was a great clutch goal, that's for sure. Ranger says Crows Freo should be an absolute banger. I am so keen for that game. That is, and it's not super common that I get up and about for Freo games, but I'm genuinely intrigued to see how they go in that one. When I park the bias there, I guess we're still waiting to see from Freo the game that announces them as a contender, and they got close against Geelong and then had 2 easy wins. And I've actually changed my tip to Fremantle tonight. I think they should win. But, equally for Adelaide, it's a big game for them. They haven't had a really positive start in terms of wins and losses yet. So I'm just stoked about it. Oh, I hear audio. I think that might be Marnie.
We've got Marnie on the line. We just need to be able to see her.
Okay.
And I've got to put my headphones on.
Yeah. And which screen will she be on?
I think she'll be on the chat screen.
Cool. Where are you?
Hey.
Marnie.
Hi,
Oh my fucking God. That was so good. That was so bloody good. I thought we were gone after that third quarter.
Three-quarter time, I just didn't know how we would find a way to win that. But just, I don't know. It's one of the most mature quarters of football I've seen from this group for a very long time. The song is thumping around the ground. Crazy.
What was your were you sort of like in the stadium there? Like we're kind of getting from the outside and having comments coming through and stuff like that. We're getting the jubilation from North Melbourne, but we're also getting the kind of like the despair that Carlton are in. How is it boots on the ground there at the moment?
I was sitting front row, and when Harry kicked that goal, the crowd behind, I actually don't remember the last time I've seen a win like that for a while. Better than when we beat Port and better than when we beat the D's last year, because it was like we were backs against the wall, and they challenged us a few times in that last quarter, and we just sort of held our nerve. So, yeah, I don't know. I don't know what to tell you.
I said to Jesse at the beginning of the game, man, I said that this will be a different one for us because like the Carlton, their sort of pattern of play is that they lead in the first half of the game and then they fall away at the end. And that's going to be a different way for us to win. And I think that's basically what you just kind of summed up there. It's like it's a different, to win the backs against the wall one, it's a different dynamic for us and something that we haven't done yet.
100%. I also think like we actually got on top in the first quarter. We just missed a lot of opportunities. And that was also the tail of a lot of our game. We probably could have won that game by a few goals if we had actually taken more opportunities in front of goal. A lot of easy or gettable shots missed. So again, to stand up in the last quarter, and it wasn't like the usual suspects. Like Jack Darling's fresh in the last quarter was great. And Parker, it was great. Obviously, Fees picked the winner, but it was Zane Dersner with another 3. And Cooper Trent up. And Caleb Daniel, I don't know, he's having the season of his life. It's the complete opposite player than we had 12 months ago. It's finally clicking. It seems to kind of be working. And there's a lot of guys out there who just want to give everything they have to the jumper. And that's all you can ask for. If you're not going to win on skill, and if you're not going to get on top of them in terms of being a better side, then just throw everything you have at the game. And there's a lot of guys who did that today. And I reckon that's a big reason as to why we got the win as well.
I love that. It's a lesser known. And I completely agree with you. Caleb Daniel, what has happened there? What has happened there? He's a new man.
Oh, love him.
Yeah.
I want nothing more than to be proven wrong by guys who I don't think are good. I don't want him out of the side. I want him to play like that every week, right?
100%. 100%.
Marty, the atmosphere, like we can't really get a good feel for the atmosphere because we kind of watch it turn down so we can hear the chat. But looking at the ground, it was funny to see like the Carlton, even when they were like 4 goals in front, the people in the crowd were sort of quite subdued still. What was the feeling in the atmosphere like at the ground? And it looked like Carlton fans started to leave. Did you get a sense of that sitting in the stands?
So it was I thought it was pretty underwhelming for a lot of the game. 47,000 there, but it was pretty quiet for that standard. And then sort of in the third quarter, because Carlton got 20 points up a few times, and they sort of started to build a little bit. But I think the momentum in the crowd changed when we started to get back in it. And when Harry kicked it, I mean, I'm surprised the roof didn't blow off, to be honest.
When that moment that Tom Blamiers, like he kicked that almost goal,
yeah,
I went fucking crazy here. Like I went absolutely crazy, and then I was like, no, we've lost it. But there was, by the time we got to that stage of the game, like I had a certain confidence in me that we were going to pull this off. Like you could see them, they were fading, and we were just playing with such a confidence. What did you feel on the ground there, Man? What did you think of George Wardlaw's game? Because we just thought Wardlaw was immense from here. The pressure that he put on, the chaos that he created. He was like a little tornado in the mids.
Well, you speak about the guys, and a lot of the side just wanted the second, the third attempt. I mean, he's the master of that, isn't he? Like, he's a guy that doesn't need to have more than 10 to 15 touches in a game to have a massive impact. You feel like everyone walks a little bit taller around him. And I think it's just his tackling pressure, even a couple pickpockets there for a bit. I thought he was awesome. And he's so important to us. And I think the 5 men on the bench is going to help us manage him and his body to get maximum output for, 65, 70% of game time.
Yep. I absolutely love that. And I think he went such a long way to protect us in those stoppage situations, because we've got another 2 weeks without Tristan Sherry. And I did feel like watching the game for most of it, albeit at the end I was on pure adrenaline, but our defense still worried me for a lot of the game. And I think when Tristan Sherry's not there in the midfield, just like getting a body in there around stoppage and giving us some dominance in there, we're pretty susceptible to entries.
Yeah, I think, and that's why I really like Jack Darling's last quarter. He had 4 touches, all contested, and 3 tackles in that last quarter alone. But I do agree that the defense looked a little bit shaky, but they also stood up in big moments at the end. I mean, Luke McDonald came off with blood streaming from his face. I thought his game was excellent. I thought Aiden Core with the fist late to spoil late in the last quarter when the ball went deep into Carlton's attacking 50. Brilliant. I thought our ability to keep the ball at ground level and just swarm, like there was 2 or 3 men around every Carlton player every time they went inside 50 in that last quarter. So given the way the game played out, in about 10 minutes to go in the last, I think we're 9 points down, and I thought this is ours to lose here. I think we're going to determine what happens, and I think it'll be our ability to just generate, play forward and score. That I don't think Carlton will have a say in what happens, and that's ultimately what happened that fell our way.
We smashed them up, Jesse.
You did. Marnie, thanks so much for joining us. Obviously a big day for the club, sitting 3-1 out of 4 games. If you could just cast your mind back to round 2, can you talk about what happened that day?
This seems a little bit off topic. Do I really need to
talk about it? Is that actually what you've got me on here for? Because I can leave.
I have nothing to do with this, Marnie. I have nothing to do with this.
West Coast has had a really impressive start to the year. Even that game against the Suns in round 1, I still thought they showed something. And I think their young kids are really, really exciting. I think for us, what I think's changed since that West Coast game is I think we're sort of starting to believe in ourselves that we can bring the ball back into our own terms. And that's what we showed in the last quarter of this game. We did it against West Coast in the last quarter in round 2 as well. I just don't think we gave West Coast the respect they probably deserve. And that's totally on us. Like we've got to cop that and got to own that. But the way that we've been able to respond over the last fortnight, I hope that was a lesson for us. And I hope that's the only time that happens this year. Because when we play good footy, look what happens.
That was an unbelievably professional response to me being a dickhead. So well done for really bringing that back on topic.
I feel like that was a new low for you.
I could have given you something else, but anyway.
I thought that was good. No, it was really. And look, if you cared to watch back on the stream, I was going for North today. I was getting excited. So congrats. I'm
Jesse,
happy for you.
and you actually had that, like, it was very spontaneous. Like, I don't think that it wasn't invented or manufactured by you.
I did tip North, and I do tend to barrack for my tips more often than not. But I did think, it's good to see North get 3 out of 4. That's a great result.
Son of a bitch.
Jesse's a reformed North hater. He used to hate North, and now he's on the bandwagon, so it's good to see.
Bring him to the inner sanctum. And Mans, do you reckon we've got any chance against the Lions next week in Gather Round?
Going to be hard without Tristan Sherry. I think we were able to manage today. And I think George Wardlaw was a big reason. But Callum Coleman-Jones just unfortunately looks really out of his depth. You got to back him in. Like, he's kind of the only option we have at the moment. Goad got through the VFL unscathed. So whether Clarko wants to make that move, I think Goad will make his debut in the next fortnight. It's just whether they pull the plug next week with a really scary, mature Brisbane who were excellent last night, or whether they wait one more week and bring him in against Richmond. It'll be a challenge, but you know what? We've been crossing off so many hurdles that we haven't been able to achieve this season already. Big win against Port. Got the win over Essendon for the first time in a decade. It's only our second victory on Good Friday today. Haven't won at Gather Round yet, so hopefully we're up for the fight.
I completely agree with you. I think it's been a overwhelmingly positive start to the season. And the Goad one, I think, from what I saw today with Callum Coleman-Jones, particularly at centre ball up, I think you got to get Goaty in there to get some of those middle taps. But I love those takes, Marnie. Thank you so much for jumping on our stream and getting a North perspective that was on the ground.
Thank you guys for having me, and enjoy the rest of your weekend, because I certainly will.
Have a couple of bears.
Good on you, Marnie. Congrats.
Bye, guys.
See ya. Well, that was fun. That looks fun.
Yeah, I know. She was up and about. That's nice.
I mean, it's like, realistically, like, you don't, like, I enjoyed that moment probably more than I expected to. Just given the fact that you don't, like, we've been in the last 5 years, there's so few opportunities. Like, she said that North haven't actually had that type of win. We haven't got to experience that kind of come from behind win, which I think is like the most satisfying.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I mean, I can relate. I support a team that hasn't won in ages, and I probably even got more excited than I expected to. My partner and I watched the footy together for the first time last week. Big moment in our relationship.
And she's a
North fan, but this was the Port Adelaide win, and I was jumping off the couch. I haven't done that in years.
Was that like a bit of a moment for her where she's like, sort of,
what have I done?
Ick, kind of like,
Probably. Nah, she was getting into it too. To her credit, she became an Eagles fan for that day, and I became a North fan for today as well.
You did.
I do feel for Carlton fans right now. To be honest, I actually don't have that much Schadenfreude. Probably empathy from the fact that, like, what my club has been through. This reminds me of like 2021, particularly making content through this period, and it's an awful place to be in. They're really neither here nor there. They're like, the season's cooked already. The coach is probably out. They're losing games they probably should never lose. And, winning games doesn't matter that much at this point because they probably won't make finals. And losing games doesn't get them any closer to a draft pick because Cody Walker's already locked in. It's just a horrible nothing place to be in.
Yeah, there's no enjoyment, is there? Like the Richmond, they win the game against Richmond, but it was like what were people saying? Like, this could be the first time a coach gets sacked from winning a game of football.
Yeah.
Like, that didn't feel like they got any nourishment out of that whatsoever.
Yeah. I do want to offer an apology. With the sideline audience couldn't hear Marnie on that one. So that's our bad. We're still trying to work through the tech of that stuff. So apologies for that. But we'll figure that out in the future.
We will figure that out. But thanks again for Marnie for jumping on. Who have we got in the chat here? I mean, it's crazy how much you jumped on board then. I didn't think that was going to happen.
There's a part of me that wants to support the team I'm watching, like with a friend. Like, if I'm even watching the footy with Drews, I probably just go quiet. I don't barrack for Fremantle.
I feel like that's different because it's Freo.
Yeah,
like
that is different.
The Western Australia part of that. Whereas I don't think North are particularly threatening for you.
Well, in many ways, they're more threatening because they've been a rival on the ladder. But for me, you know what I mean? Like, well, up until this season, it's always been like, if North win, then we win the spoon, or we're more likely to win the spoon and vice versa, right? So I don't feel that this year. I feel like there's other ways we can avoid the spoon, and it's not going to be North. So at this point in time, it's a footy club that has gone through a rough try, and I've always had a good relationship with the North audience as well. Mainly in the last few years. So I am genuinely happy to see them win. And I also don't think a Carlton win today does that much for their fans. If they gotten over the line, what does that win mean to them?
Doesn't mean anything.
Not much.
It was sort of the worst case scenario, really. And it was a bit like the draw in a way where you said, like, it's kind of like nobody gets anything out of it. But also we don't really know. Like if Carlton won that game by 2 goals, do you really know where they are?
Yeah. In some ways, when things get really bad, and I've been this, it's better to lose. It's more satisfying to lose the game.
You made an example of this the other day with West Coast, and then you said, like, you didn't want that papering over the cracks type win.
That's
but then
right.
at the same time, you said you then catapulted into a sea of despair after that. You pointed out a particular game where that happened. I think you did.
Yeah, I reckon, I can't remember exactly what I was referring to or which game, but in 2021, it was the Derby.
Yes.
It was the Derby. Yeah,
Yes.
I suppose derbies are different. I always want to win the Derby. But there was a little part of me that thought, okay, at least a loss will inspire some action. Now it didn't. It wasn't enough to save us. But that is the emotion that you feel. You're like, well, at least now there's got to be action.
Yeah, exactly. So what are we saying? What's like predictions right now? Can it go on like this for Michael Voss? What's the window? What would he even like? If there's a world that he saves his job, I'm just having a look at the fixtures as I do this. They have got, they got Adelaide next, have they? Yep, Adelaide at Gather Round. They're not winning that.
No, well, I don't even think beating Adelaide would be enough. Like he wouldn't get sacked if they beat Adelaide that week, but like it would need to be springboard run of performances that would be similar to beating Adelaide, such as beating Collingwood, which was the following game.
It's hard to find the defining loss that would actually get him sacked. Like even this one, to be fair, like I think they probably should have done it before. You could have done it at the Richmond game. And I know that's crazy because they won the game.
I do think that there's a lot of appeal to, as Voss is on screen now, to not wanting to. I think it looks weak to sack a coach after a 1-win, 1-loss start to the year. It's like, what are you doing?
Yeah, why didn't you just do this before?
Yeah, so where's your conviction in your decision to back him in if you're going to sack him after what was round 1, but 2 games for Carlton? But it is so palpable at the moment that I think it could be justified doing it this week. It's not going to get any better against Adelaide.
Yep. You got to make a decision here and stick with it, like whichever way you go.
If they knock off Adelaide next week, like I don't think that really makes up that much ground.
They got Collingwood the week after at the G.
Well, they'd have to win that too. He'd probably have to win both games to even buy out the rest of the season.
Then Freo in Perth.
Yeah, that's going to be one-sided.
So they're going to lose all 3.
Yeah.
I don't think there's a
so?
world where they win any of those. And then they get a little bit of a reprieve into St Kilda. But that's not
No, you'd still tip St Kilda at this point, but you'd say it's winnable.
Yep. I mean, they were favourites to win this game today. I think they were paying about $1.50, something like that, maybe $1.70.
Yeah.
It's a dark day. It's a dark day. Talking about the recruits, they've obviously bought in Florent and they've bought in Haywood. They've bought in Ainsworth. They're just not really delivering anything, are they?
No. Florent. Wasn't Florent okay in one of the games? I'm reaching there. There. Look, I don't know if I'd really target their recruits as such. I think 2 of them were pretty good players and they've come into a terrible team or a bad team that is playing terribly now.
I've been underwhelmed by Haywood, particularly.
Yeah, but I often think when you take a good player and put him in an environment that is not as strong, like you look at the environment first before you look at the actual recruit. I think the list management team, by and large, has actually done a good job lately.
At Carlton.
Yeah.
It's a tricky one because I think they have to get judged on, like, the game was evolving in a way in which they didn't catch up to at the same time. They've recruited a bunch of players and like it's fair to say, well they've discovered it now, but everybody else discovered it before and they
But the list management team is informed by like the match committee. For lack of a better word. So
again, it's like it's hard to know who to point the finger at there. Like,
but if you look at like list demographics, access to talent, the decision to trade Charlie Curnow, those were all moves in line with, okay, we need to move things on.
I think they're a complete anomaly in that space in general, in that whole list management recruiting space, because if you look at all of their players, none of them are bad picks.
No.
They actually rarely make mistakes in that area. People will point to like players like Paddy Dow and stuff like that. But realistically, like they got Mackay and Curnow, really good, like Wiedering, these kind of picks. They got them ultimately right. Sam Walsh, Patrick Cripps, they're all great draft picks.
They had the makeup of a premiership team. They really did. They should have done better with that group.
Yeah.
I think like had you offered, like forgetting the brand that is Carlton, if you'd offered who's a great coach, like an Alistair Clarkson or like, John Longmire said, you can pick this list and we'll raise the name, the name of the playing list, but you get Harry Mackay, Charlie Curnow, a young Tom De Koning, Patrick Cripps, Sam Walsh, Jacob Wiedering. He'd be like, yeah, that's a huge nucleus of a team that could win a premiership. And then you have to sprinkle in role players and system around that. But from a talent point of view, they had the foundation and they didn't even get close. And I know Carlton fans know this. I'm not trying to pile on.
Yeah.
They're as frustrated as anyone. They're more frustrated.
Someone's asked a question here. It's Sasquatch Frio 9505.
Oh, it's Joycey.
When is the last time Carlton recruited a player via trade or free agency that got better at Carlton? There's a light in front of me there. I'm not sure there has been many in recent years. Points to an environment issue.
That's a really good point. The one that's flirting with it is Elijah Hollins, but he's been a bit of a unique case because he didn't do anything at Gold Coast, so it's probably not a great example. Akers? Well, Akers was good at Fremantle, so I wouldn't count him. George Hewitt, but also a lot of those guys, like you bring in George Hewitt, was he actually not a good player at Sydney, or did Carlton just give him a really, really good role? Yeah, it could be that
Sydney wouldn't offer him. And that's what I'm talking about with this thing. So like they bring in George Hewitt, who's a bit like he's a good player, like he's got good hands, good touch. He releases guys into space, all of that kind of stuff. But at the same time, Sydney were building Isaac Heaney, Chad Warner, Errol Goulden. They're modern players.
Yeah.
While Carlton were getting these like Adam Cherras and George Hewitts.
Yeah.
As far as like the development, I don't know though. Like when you talk about development, did Charlie Curnow not develop at Carlton? Is that not a development win? Harry Mackay.
I don't think he used the word in development.
Oh, okay.
He said environment.
Oh, an environment issue.
Yeah.
Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah.
Fair enough. But I suppose the improvement part, if you're talking, he's specifically saying trade or free agency.
Yeah, players who got a trade. I mean, there has been a bunch that have, and I'm a little blurry on like where did Adam Sard play his best footy or Nick Newman? Were they better footballers? But you make a good point about role, particularly with Hewitt and maybe Newman as well. Yeah, I can't really remember.
I mean, there's clear improvement there. Like from the perspective, like if you looked at his numbers at Sydney, they'd be much better at Carlton. And I don't from memory, Hewitt wasn't getting like a lot of games at Sydney.
I think there was a time he was established, but that doesn't still mean he had the same role.
Halfback.
At one point. At one point, yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like it's escaping me now.
And then he sort of went straight into this defensive mid role that he kind of made his own at Carlton. But yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's neither here nor there really.
Rogie, it just said Rogie just became a member. I thought he was a member before. Maybe he just renewed. But thank you, Rogie. He says, I wish I was as good a man as you, Jesse, because my Schadenfreude is strong. Look, everyone, or anyone who watches the show regularly would remember me when Fremantle lost to Gold Coast. So I can't claim being a perfect human.
I'm a bit of a sick fuck.
There's moments where you enjoy it, but I'm not a pile-on at every opportunity kind of guy.
I think it's tricky because I've watched a lot of these Good Friday games with Carlton, and they've beat us up a lot.
Oh, your team beat them. You can celebrate however you want.
Yeah, it feels good.
Yeah, that's completely fine.
It feels good. Changing pace a little bit here. North Melbourne. What does it mean for them? Where can they go this season? Like, what's the limit as far as like from a win-loss perspective? Could we push for that top 10? We're 3-1.
See, I would have balked at that like a week or two ago when I was also considering whether Melbourne could play top 10, right? Because I've been a little bit reluctant on that. Yep. And then I think I said to you off air, I looked at the ladder and I was like, oh, there's like 7 or 8 shit teams.
Yeah.
So with all due respect, I didn't mean that to be backhanded at North. Yes, maybe they can nudge it. But let's go through the teams that North are at least as good as, if not better than that. Well, they're better than Essendon.
Oh, clearly.
Richmond.
Yes.
I would have said like going into the year North are better than West Coast. On one attempt, they haven't beaten them. But let's say like
I think right here, right now, I'm not saying this that like we've got better talent or a better future, but I think we are better than you right here, right now.
I'm not actually convinced, but at the same time, what I'd say is if West Coast get a couple of injuries, they fall down way harder and earlier than North. Like
Yeah.
like if Elliot Yeo doesn't play against North, for instance, then I'm not sure we win that game. Whereas North can probably handle 1 or 2 injuries to key players better.
So do you think right now your best team could fly to Melbourne and beat us?
Yeah, they could.
Could though, but like, are they like so in the same way that like most teams could beat
Yeah.
any other? You know what I mean? Like you
Has
obviously you would.
North definitely played better footy than West Coast this year? I mean, we are getting stuck on this at the very least.
Yes,
like
we are.
North, the point we're trying to say
We
is
just got tribal really quickly.
North absolutely could and probably will finish higher than West Coast. So let's just park that.
Yeah.
So we've got 3 teams there. Carlton as the 4th.
Yep.
Port. So that's 5 teams. I reckon North can finish and should finish higher than.
Yep.
Who else have we got? Then you're getting into GWS.
St Kilda.
GWS, St Kilda and Melbourne might be the next 3.
Yep. So I
So
think
you'd have to finish higher than all of them to be 11th or 10th? 10th.
yeah.
Yeah.
I think the answer is, and this is coming from a North Melbourne supporter, that we can't finish in the top 10 from what I've seen this season.
You don't think you can?
No, I don't think so.
Yeah, I was being generous. I can't imagine you finish higher than all 3 of those teams, but those 5, probably.
Yeah.
So that puts you at 12th?
Yep.
I think that's a successful season.
That'd be okay.
Part of that, though, is also the composition of the rest of the comp evening out a little, or like getting a bit more lopsided, because those teams have gotten worse as well. But is North a better team than they were last year? Undoubtedly.
I don't know if those teams have actually necessarily gotten when we. I mean, I'm splitting hairs here and it's semantics, but it's like I think in a way North have improved.
Yeah.
Some of those have stood still a little bit, and the gap because of some of the rules has gotten bigger
Perhaps.
with the top teams. Like
I feel like Carlton and Port are more basket casey than they were last year, regardless of rule changes. I think they've gone backwards.
look at Carlton's games. I haven't got the exact stat, and I can't sort of point this out properly with the teams that they've beaten. But isn't there a stat that Carlton since like the end of 2024 have beaten like basically just bottom 4 sides? If you actually run it back.
I mean, I couldn't answer that off the top of my head. I know that they beat up on the bottom sides.
Someone throw me that in the
Except
chat.
Richmond.
Like that they've had, or like they've only beaten. It's something like they've only beaten 1 or 2 sides outside the bottom 4 for like 12, like more than 12 months, 18 months,
Yeah.
essentially.
I still don't. I mean, they haven't played too many top sides this year. It was just Sydney, and they got poleaxed in the second half.
Yeah,
So I still think there's a regression there. Absolutely.
perhaps.
But yeah, you're right about rule changes. In any case,
I suppose what the prophecy from last year was that the top 10 teams, which included the teams that didn't make the finals in Western Bulldogs and Sydney, I think it's going to be the 10. That's the 10. Who's falling out of that? You would say GWS?
Oh yeah, GWS. Yeah, Collingwood possibly the next likeliest. I think that one is dependent on availability of their key players. They're another team that is vulnerable without. Well, we saw them without Dacos, and they wouldn't have won the game anyway. But I still think it was kind of a big gulf.
Oh, it was.
And you know they've struggled without Darcy Moore in a way as well.
Yeah, well they've got basically out of the team Rob Moore, Nick Dacos, and they've got one more big player out.
Jeremy Howe,
somebody else I think too.
probably. Let us know in the chat. Rogie's not far away, I'm sure.
Rogie will be there for us. But yeah, okay, so arguably there's 2 spots, maybe.
Yeah.
Sydney and Western Bulldogs are the clear climbers that come up. They're not going to finish 9th and 10th again. They're going to finish like probably top 4, top 6.
GWS, I reckon, are a bit cooked.
They're a bit
So they're
cooked.
far more likely than Collingwood to fall out.
Yeah. So in that case, then there are 2 spots potentially if you think GWS are cooked. So who's the next likeliest?
The problem is, if we're saying that GWS are cooked, their floor is really low, but they can absolutely, like, they could play North and beat them by 12 goals.
Yeah, I know.
Like, it actually could happen because of the way they play.
Pendles.
Oh, of course. Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
But that they're so hot and cold that, yeah, that's what I mean.
Let's pretend just for a moment that they are cooked.
Okay. We're just trying to like nudge and pull
I'm
off up the ladder.
living in a fairy tale right
That's
now,
okay.
Jesse. Like I've just witnessed greatness. So they are cooked. Let's just say they're cooked. Melbourne, I would say, would be the next likeliest. Maybe St Kilda.
That you could leapfrog.
That they could come into the 10.
Oh, that go into the 10.
Yeah.
Okay.
Melbourne, St Kilda, then probably North.
Yeah.
Would you agree with that?
Possibly, yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. Can't think of anyone else.
Fascinating.
Mm.
So you would say right here, right now, that we'll beat Brisbane next.
Where is that game? The Gather? Oh, no, it's Gather Round.
No, it's Gather Round, yeah. It'll be like the Barossa or something.
Didn't you have a draw with them? That was in Tassie, I want to say.
Yeah, last year.
Yeah.
Yeah, we actually should have won that game.
Imagine if you knocked them off and go 4 out of 5. That would be unreal.
We're talking 10 then.
You're talking 10 then.
You're talking 10 then.
Yeah.
I mean, it doesn't help that they kicked into form last night and looked absolutely incredible.
I know.
Oscar Allen looked back to his best. Sam Draper looked good.
Yeah. But so much of this is, that's very true. But so much of this is just picking up 4 points when others don't is really key. Like in terms of where you actually finish on the ladder, more so than an argument of who's better. Because it's the same thing with West Coast.
Yeah.
I think West Coast is a few injuries away from being the worst team, but they've picked up 8 points out of 12. And that goes a long way to avoiding the spoon.
It gives you belief too.
Yeah, exactly. Goes a long way.
I agree with that.
Yeah.
Just to, what's that saying?
Flog a dead horse?
I can't remember. Insult to injury? Is that the one? There's a staph infection outbreak at Carlton. I had written in my notes.
What?
Staph infection outbreak.
What is a staph infection again?
It's like short for like Staphylococcus.
The Greek
like
philosopher.
Yes. It's some sort of a bacterial infection, I believe.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So,
right. 5 in 18 months.
You're being laughed at, sorry, for saying I'm in a fantasy land. I've just witnessed greatness. But I will say for your behalf that you were joking.
Yeah.
It was sarcastic.
It was sarcastic. Absolutely. Absolutely. Well, is that a wrap, Jesse?
Did it rhyme?
No. No, it didn't.
Then no. We can finish up. This is
unless you've got something else to cover. We've done
really.
trades.
Adelaide Fremantle, who wins?
Oh, that's tonight.
I think I was talking about that while you were over there. I'm intrigued.
Oh, Adelaide and Fremantle. Okay, so I'm based on what I've witnessed this season. I'm leaning Fremantle. There was somebody big, a potential late out for the Crows.
Late out?
If I'm not mistaken.
Butts is out, isn't he?
Oh, maybe. I thought it was bigger than that.
Big Butts? Bigger than Butts?
Bigger.
I had the joke waiting and I just fumbled it. I fumbled the Butts.
Latest.
Not for the first time.
Oh, that is a big, big win. Maybe it wasn't late. Dusty Fogarty? Double trouble. There's an article.
Is that right?
Double trouble. Crows swing 2 massive late changes for Dockers clash.
Wow.
Adelaide has suffered a double late blow ahead of its clash with Fremantle, with important forward Darcy Fogarty and midfielder Isaac Cumming ruled out. Recruit Finbar Maley and Chase Jones, who were both omitted from the Crows side ahead of this clash, coming to the team.
So coming out for Butts, is that the...
No, coming out for Jones and Finbar Maley in for Fogarty.
Okay. Yeah, right. Was there other... changes before that? Yeah, so Butts is out. They've got Fogarty coming, Butts and Nankervis out, omitted. Dawson is in though.
Dawson's in.
As is Rob and Tex.
Yes.
And Boulays.
I wanted to actually, so on this game, before we get our tips in fully.
Gross.
Why did I say fully after?
I don't know why.
How do you go with McAndrew and Rob?
It's half breached. I don't know. That's an odd one because McAndrew's been going all right, hasn't he? Well, what is I suppose with Fremantle having the 1-2 punch of their own rucks, it's something to combat Darcy. So Rob goes with Darcy and
very ill-equipped to deal with Jackson and Darcy. I would have thought McAndrew and Rob.
Yeah, I feel like you try and pick up an advantage somewhere else, but picking a smaller player perhaps.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I'm trying to think what one of those guys would. What you could send them to do. Like maybe they think we'll shield the defense with we'll push Rob behind the ball to take intercepts or something, or vice versa. I'm going to go Fremantle though. I think they've been unquestionable to start this season, albeit in fairness, they probably haven't had a scalp yet. They've been good in the games against Melbourne and Richmond.
Yeah, no, I agree.
The only other game they played was Geelong and they lost.
They looked really good in the first quarter. So I'm just wondering, is that what they're capable of? That's the tease. And if it is what they're capable of, they're in danger, the Crows. But sorry, I'm just a little distracted because somebody said, was it Joel? Said Lucas Robinson will be in the draft headlines tomorrow. Did he do something today?
Oh.
Let's have a look at the Colts. Who's he play for? Subi?
Oh, I haven't seen any of that today. I'll tell you what, Xavier Bammett had a bloody good game today in the VFL for North Melbourne.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. So they signed him. He was at Sandringham last year.
Okay.
I thought he would have got drafted last year. He's not a big ball winner, but he's very, very dynamic and he can take some big marks and stuff like that. He can play as like a winger, runs a sub 6 minute 2K time trial. Okay. So he's an awesome runner, can cover the ground, get up, be like that kind of medium forward or a wing type. And he was awesome. I think he kicked 3 goals, had a couple more shots, but he's explosive.
Interesting. So I just was looking up Robinson, no stats for that game. So I'll just let someone clarify what that was.
They need to get the Coach Talent League and probably the Waffle as well need to get on board with what the SANFL are doing because all their stuff is like instantaneous. They have live stats. They have all of the games streamed live and you just don't miss anything. The recordings come up instantly, so you never have to chase anything back and can't find it.
I realised my mistake though. Lucas Robinson's making his league debut.
Okay.
For is it Swans? I forget, who does Robinson play for? I thought he played for Subi for some reason. He had 16.5 anyway.
Interesting.
Oh, South Fremantle. It is South Fremantle, yeah, 16.5 in his league debut. That is good going. So that makes sense.
Joel is saying that they do have live stats for the Waffle.
They do in the Waffle, yeah.
Well done to them.
Yeah, it's pretty good. And the Perth Demons are crunching West Coast in the Waffle. I win either way.
Have you guys improved at all?
The Waffle?
Yeah.
So this is round 1 because the season's shorter, so too early to tell. But our injury list is enormous. We'd have one of the biggest injury lists in the AFL, West Coast.
Who have you got like McRae in there? And
in the Waffle team?
Yeah.
Yeah, Dewar, Clay Hall, Tom Gross, Grego, Johnston, Tyler Williams, Finley McRae, Elijah Hewitt, good to see him playing, Jack Williams, Bazzo, Marek, Barnett, and Bailey Williams. They're getting crunched though. But Perth Demons are a juggernaut.
Perthy. Is that who
Parfit.
Hibbins Hargraves?
No, he went to Subi.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah, I'm intrigued to see how he goes as well.
I'll have to check out some of those guys. I really like Heath Melody.
Oh, yeah.
I think he's out of Claremont.
Yep, he is.
In the under-18 competition. So Colts, you guys call it, right?
Yep.
Love it. All right, guys. Thank you so much for watching the football with us today. That was incredible.
A great show, guys. So good to hear your voices. Can't wait for the next one. Kangaroos flag confirmed.
Confirmed. Confirmed.
Some people laughing at my half-breached comment in Sideline. Thank you for the sound effects in Sideline as well. Appreciate you guys being here. It's been a great show.
That completely did me over the half-breached. It's just incredible. You should have made that joke earlier for the turtle head.
Oh.
Like, how did that not happen? All right, guys, we'll let you go there. We'll be back on Monday, I believe. Jesse.
Yeah. We'll run our usual show. The end of Hawks and Geelong will probably still be on, but we'll just power through with the show. So thank you so much, and thank you to our Sideline listeners, especially as well, for checking that out. Really appreciate you.
Peace, everyone, and go Kanga.
Eagles. Go. That was not the time. I'm sorry.